Asempa is one of the, not the forerunners, but in terms of coverage and listenership, you stand tall. The new FM stations that are coming into the arena are not calling on you to exit, them to survive. Is that what is happening? No. They are learning from you. They are learning under your feet. They are also trying as much as possible to find space. And, there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
Samuel Atachi, Honorable Minister in charge of Works and Housing, Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South.
And should I count?
Yeah, that's
the time I have that. If I have any aje, now a near man that down never to accommodate so much. When you say Ghana, the Wakumaso, sounds when the Damakumaso, and Tiana, or man in Pija.
Chairman, could you watch Yakwaba?
Obi. Maybe I did mine who show you the end in Nami. Yes, said Kwame Nkrumah buying a pot donko near bomb say did not man for Asempa FM. Oh, just because you knew the other back and your ma AC yet knew the other back. Near knew the other better. Near my summer becker. A bed non see I a bepono. Obi, then somewhere see baby. Already, we are the only somebody about Roma. A bit tape is here. We are
Ekosiisen On
a bit charges is here. We are Ekosiisen. And some kwan a day back Roma. Obi, O bon humodi. Yes, I didn't want pijamu what pijam.
Yeah, that's it.
Yamisha.
Chief Bine, Aquabana, upon to then.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
FM.
Fantastic. Now, mete for your own catcher. Bibia Bokoa.
Oh, Yakubonadum, Bibia, now was what
Yaminadum, Kakranka, ye pimso, Kakranka.
Asempa, I will know what you now watch this. So, Ghana, I had been to 100 Abra, 1 year Rambo, Morocco to be out of my aswat.
Fantastic.
Ghana Manda on us.
Say, Money, about Papa or one to you may be that day. So, this will say, or any Papa, I have been about so many promotions, say, or no, I think you all have this idea. And when I have a better high.
But it is here, Mr. You the whole he or he for potty.
Or more, another room next to the area, or more, beside the chairman, no.
But on any lawyer, never one as on Unqua.
But I don't remember my cabbage, my friend. You were dying for a moon or so.
Abani say,
Yamin,
Yanini Bedin Como, Yanini Bedin Como. Rockwa, you know what I say. Kokwaba.
Thank you, Obi.
Bibi Aboko,
Yaboko, good. Official part.
I've incommoded me who nache.
You know,
yes.
Sometimes it's not easy to find me.
Yeah,
it's good to be here. The idea we started years ago. No, so. So I think that you two have come now. So you are doing a great job. I will continue to support for as long as it's possible.
Without them, this show is not a show. They have held forth. Diaspora say, in fact, when I came down, fortunately, I had to on Asempa FM. And of course, almost all everybody was on Asempa. And I had met Chef Kuku Spencer, One Isa Ayuma, but they are always on you with NASPA Radio. And then Didi, now NASPA Radio, also I want to say hello to you. Everybody is on you, and I think you are doing a good job.
Me say.
And then me hear some is a hot segment.
Very hot.
I enjoy it. Full of wisdom.
Very.
Full of. I'm telling you, it's full of wisdom. I'm not just patting you on the back. Yeah. I think say you guys are doing well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Alhaji. Yeah, that's Yamin Chairman. My embassy, you better to answer for
This Papa. This is the first time I'm baha. Now, me sure say who conduct you.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
FM. I admire you.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
Asempa FM 94.7. All talk, all day.
Asempa FM.
There is a bill currently before Parliament, meaning so we are aware. The bill amount for tagging as the anti-LGBTQI bill. It will go through the processes in Parliament. Ebiaka said we want to hear from our MPs and their position on this particular bill. Position
FM.
Position. MPP majority position. Many leader of majority, but we need also. Also, now to make you. I since for 16,000 normal year. You know, mainly this was you polarizing MPP, NDC. I think we say now, but no, so if it's about Parliament in fear, you know, they coordinate. So some back home, Ghana Parliament, MPs, you get to my ass, we say. And the museum, Yakoban say, NDC for the starting and MPP for a dean and why, MPP for the 1 year, and our new Parliament was a science of Ghana. I had a fact. In the criminal code of Ghana, no review, you know, Moka was a Kanda knowledge there, Yamokano. Yawamra has a guess answer, no, we Yaniachua, and no Kurano, Abani Bidi. And you know, never was because of our money, baby, but Yahano, Mrawa, Hanti, Mrawa. Yamati and say, be more about first, no, almost say, yes, say, Baba Shambra, or man says, and your man, or more person, and you have to see a good to move. And Koya, Mamma, Kelman, Penny, so they more cast, I get no bang, my person as answered, who made this year, what I say. Young Naya, one thing, maybe as a minister of education, as so much long time, this year, my church, put in my account, what I just moved here and make you home. And you way, one day. Jama almost by office or the I say, nah, Yemi for be MPP back to come home. You know me a private members bill. Mamma Chila back and some of you are a boss and now will be having that this one. Private members bill, maybe the bar parliament one. Now, you have constitution now, send a city and say. Oh, yeah, private member bill, for buying the idea, you should be careful. Don't I say, you speak of parliament rules, well, maybe I am family, and you know, some, I yeah, share do. We know I private members, not the buyer. Only the buyer, and what about the beginning, this on the ban MPP, media, going to have Ghana, I and Cremo for. Christopher, and now more a friend say, and I'm more sooner or more sooner the buyer. And when the work say, then that may say, be a so be a way we do on Granzami, I hear you say good to see a true grandma, daddy, goes up, and you almost follows, you know, Omuchi, yet the pumps are the Pacodo. Christopher, who have Babu Leviticus, your woman as a winner, and you monsieur, you did quite a good move for Korea, need to cook and a pump. I have assumed as a woman, it is hard. It is about the name MPP, NDC as one country, the other MPP, the Parliament, I mean, now, some Quasia, Sabi, or more, it should be required to the temple. That's a Bruno Mudino, I said, MPP need more support. Pierre Boigny actually say, you know, rules no young and wrong. I'm not a Osha, Otto Wase, who should continue about our dear room, Sunny, a bayon, he quickly uncle never be wrong. Matthias say, professionals for a lawyer for be actual and for fundamental rights. Okay, one more rights. Young Ghana, so yes, we are right. We are right. Majority is a minority, you know, Parliament. Or money represented 275, or money in year, say, from Parliament, Ghana must be very confident and happy on just this one matter. Yeah, we are here. We constituency now, who MP, who are actually over the required as a kind of a LGBTQ minus and plus. And some Mubasa, we are Bama, we are MP, who are Ghana, as we are Bama, because Parliament was a Saturday as a cabinet support of that has we must have a Parliament to be. Oh, you know, I saw for yes, when you have to ask for one more members, nobody, no, yes, did you Basa, be answered the memo from that. A member now, whatever, Yanni, Yanni, represent the constituency, Yanni, Shamrano, Yanni, Munchi, knew where in the enti me sre me gina fidie wo so de sre say obie no so for me sre wa na wo kwa da no na Catholic priest ba ko so ko kan say ni say sa na say anya ya na be Islamic state ni Sharia law
out officially say he was misquoted and yes
fine the ya be ase ye nyi free book en kremosam ne ya minti kremosam empe Christosam empe we aso som empe nji sa no zubana ne ne enti obi anyi free na adwene mu kura ye majority side parliament we on recess ye bie ne kwa be sia ya dai two fundamental issue private member bill what the honeyama say was by the show and I say support private member this and we will sort it out. Yeah, I mean how fly money are there single for rights there one look at the rights. A right to the end where I am Samuel do. The right to the end where I just free any end who are right as any you can't see as all right no and give a Muslim news and starting that yeah. And you know what the Atlanta group has who has a Mummy Castle there as MPP my name is CDPD. Who comes out will be NDCD. Oh, yeah, this is as a over to the upper victory. I've heard to say Ghana we should calm down. It would never happen. ANC Ghana young legalize it or want to just over the Quadrant Empire. You don't maybe know me but let's get it right. Then you who know said you will be who support this answer.
The call has been said when push comes to shove, never say call voting. Ebiana voice vote I'm
telling you that when you have so I catch now say I do say we should be happy say be happy many more guys say who got to against say go for mercy warm down hand or picture everybody should be afraid of this. It will fix it. You better fix it, my Ghana. The president has said not under his watch. Yemubiaka said not under your good parliament. What all he has said your good parliament.
Enti open ballot ne yenye no
open secret voice in fact where the voice vote to cry and for me who be who can voice vote the say the banners of a church are doing the debate here we would debate it consideration you know the baba report no ban here keke say you can want say obi aba so na keke candidate dey say am keke here I say you be consideration no na ya show my hambra we say no there be we say no say there be we there trample obi no right we there be ya keke ina dey go ma say we and say na ni na no you be as many as I think the way I be a secret there yes as many as yes I no nothing na ya twaso me do say the stage you the event said read it everything na say ni akeka okay this year we see passing the law as many as there would not be secret ballot in this matter and this why near the election of a speaker, the election of why there, Obiago who said, you know, Obiago who are guys MPP for you, MPP at Sabia for the Kukru, I say. And yeah, as of Momo be a command to the so beard who are organized as a way say, will be a yannet. I more about the Sabia would have by no or money if or more promote to the end. It is almost counts. That's right. There's also about the area. Yeah, but Parliament today, yeah, and I can't you recess when you will be a control letter or control letter. Maybe and not going to know what maybe I say on say some also you pass to the end of Fabra. What the banner of the you do what
okay. Honorable, your point is well made. Me and Nasi, Bibiani, Bessan Babidin Combo.
Bibiani, Ghana won't come out to me, MPP, yeah, Pinties, I said, who is Ghana?
That's it.
Asempa FM 94.7. All talk, all day.
The implications. Yeah, I'm again president. He's someone that I really like. Yes, just because of one or two things he said. When he said, I believe in Ghana, that resonated so much with me, of my beliefs and my convictions. And then he also said, Ghana beyond age.
Ghana beyond age.
And sometimes the pressure from outside We have heard the American president, formerly we heard the British Prime Minister threatening us that if you don't give in to LGBT gay agenda, we are not going to do this, we are not going to do this. I want to encourage the president. If the battle is the Lord's, he should let this one to be the Lord's. And then he should continue to believe in Ghana. And then he should continue not to just to pay lip service to Ghana Beyond Aid.
Okay.
You see, 15 million people have 10 numbers in our country.
15 million?
Yeah.
Okay, or 10 numbers, okay.
But those who pay tax are under 2 million.
Yeah.
So let's concentrate on this country. How to get the revenues in and all that. We'll be able to manage our affairs instead of all this stress from the West and all that if you don't accept this, you are not going to do, you are going to be blacklisted, you are not going to have AIDS. Now let's move away from this beggar mentality because God is with Ghana. And I want to encourage him. I hope that there's no pressure from anywhere, but if there's pressure from somewhere, he should continue to believe in Ghana and believe in Ghanaians and believe in the God of Ghana. We can make it here. We can make it here.
Wow. But is it not also say, Ebia say we need a you might not understand and appreciate the level of pressure. In the ABA level, the pressure becomes unbearable. What do you know from that angle? So pressure sometimes you are faced with choices and you have to make a difficult decision.
Anything I'm encouraging him. I'm also a leader. Now, no social media, but pressure when you say at leadership goes with pressure and decision making. It shouldn't succumb if there's any pressure out there, because the threat from Britain and USA clear. They have said it openly. And sometimes we also need money to run the economy. But he shouldn't be afraid. Yeah, he shouldn't be afraid. He should just concentrate.
We are sending him a quote to be said. And this is something I think he said, Anglican in Kumasi. Quote, or say, it will not be under the presidency of the Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo that same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen in my time as president. Let me repeat, it will never happen.
Yeah, this is the problem that I have. Okay. You see, I'm saying that what we are dealing with now is not same-sex marriage.
Okay.
It is just accepting the act of this LGBTQ. We are saying criminalize it. The president is saying that he's not going to accept same-sex marriage.
Okay.
But if you let in these LGBT activities, it will lead to the same-sex marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
And only the extension now person will draw.
Yes. So when he said that one, it was different from what this bill is talking about.
This bill is talking about.
So we are talking about this bill, and we are saying that if he means what he said, then he should close the door now. So don't allow the activities so that tomorrow we say that they will put pressure on us to accept their marriages. So let's stop it now, so that we don't get there.
Okay.
And so what he said and what is going on now is two different things. Yeah.
LGBT media me conservative pa. LGBT media me conservative pa. Sabi, what you have ever say? Na ma you and here so na. What you kwado do go gina ha na. Dia na one. Madam because dia na one mini bi ntimi ko he no. Oh dia na difference. And I attract me. And nti na ho dia me e musu kura. LGBT media me conservative pa. Sabi, what you have ever say? Na ma you and here so na. What you kwado do go gina ha na. Dia na one. Madam because dia na one mini bi ntimi ko he no. Oh dia na different. And I attract me. And nti na ho dia me e musu kura. Make am obo ade. So obo ade percent ka. Ye ni sa. Nko onye o se ni otuwe. God boy say Bible say, come replicate, fill the world. How do we fill the world? Sabi many dogo. Everybody na fill the world. Just a walk. And I bet me ya fill the world. I mean to end the sukura and personality Ghana for some. Na say no parent na say sa kwada no.
I will continue to be funny to ensure that this world created by God as a garden of Eden for us to enjoy will continue to be enjoyable. We will not threaten any person, but we shall also not be threatened. And I made this clear in 2003 at the European Union African Caribbean Pacific Parliament in Brazil, that if our brothers and sisters who decided to destroy the world continue this way, we will sever our relationships with them. We will not go with them. And that if they insisted, that was going to be the end of that parliament with the ACP countries. And I had a massive support of all the MPs from the ACP. That was 2003. Now we're in 2021. They haven't given up. Please don't be deterred. God is on our side. Good will always triumph over what? Evil. And all those threatening the members of parliament who are leading this bill, please be warned. We cannot be threatened in our homes. This must be stated loud and clear to those who have come to do business in Ghana, those who represent their countries and think that they are right. We also represent our country, and they can never dictate to us as to how to live or not to live in this world. And I'm very clear in my mind that this House, the Parliament of Ghana, will pass this bill.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM Sony 45 minutes after 3. Ekosiisen Renaissance Asubio. Quite unusual for us to be starting at this time, but said the other kind of amamunyina mateno. Because of that crunch game between the Black Stars and Zimbabwe for the community. The Warriors of Zimbabwe. Yeah, sure, Motroka home and away, you know. And because of that game, Adrian said 3:30 Pepepena Ekosiisen Jumediano, Asha, true to our words, no, 3:30 and Jumediano, Esha, and Russell said, Yatnas the Ekosiisen Ebramo, it's Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, and current affairs talk show, Ekosiisen Live on Asempa FM. It's your multiple award-winning late afternoon political talk show, the Ghana Journalist Association Political Program of the Year, and the CIMG Radio Program of the Year as well. Miridio Saibonsu from Ubia Mejoso. I speak on behalf of the best production team in town, a team led by Dominic Kisi Yeboah, with support from Nana Chum Berema and Obashe Kosi saying team na. As will be our PR background, though. Hey, Charlie, me production team made the wow solid. Domi Ekra, now Domi degree no, Domi degree no yeah then. PR na communications, and a masters in PR. Dominic Kisi Yeboah, and a Chumunso Ekra masters in PR. Hey, and Jackson in Tiam so. Masters in PR. And how do you journalism? PR. Wow. DJ also or masters in the IT. DJ also masters in IT and Queen Star in Japan. And that's the team behind Ekosiisen. Many thanks to all of them for making this show possible. 6:30 p.m. Najmediano Airba area, and we have an exclusive interview with the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NPP, Nidino Divine Otu Agohom. Divine Otu Agohom. He's the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NPP. Over here for some time now, no, he's declared his intention to want to contest again for the regional chairmanship position, but he's come under some level of fire from within his own party. Some people in the party think the modern boss regional chairman and so any, but he has a different story for us. In the end, mind you, sir, the NPP one regional delegate conferences in the almost here from the northern part as we speak. I think western region. And Western North and Western region, and then on Thursday the Greater Accra region and so be one regional delegate conference. In the end, regional chairman plus some other issues. You would want to stay with us. We've got some statements coming through. One from the National Communications Authority, NCA, and in Samoa I think sometime last week. And many of my heads the breaking news. Say one of the major responsibilities are buying Ediama, the newly sworn in board of the National Communications Authority, and it's among radio stations. NCA revoking one licenses, no, and numbers no be now called out of operation. Among restore Sala. It was top of the agenda for the new board. As we speak, and the NCA had a statement about, and it confirms the breaking story Yede Ebremo last week, and it tells you how authoritative this show is. Ekase NCA approves authorizations to stations closed down after 2017 FM audit. After 2017 FM audit, that's the statement. Now, Ekase, the governing board of the National Communications Authority, at a board meeting held on the 11th of October, that's yesterday, 2021, approved the grant of a total of 133 FM radio broadcasting authorizations, which include new applications for entities whose FM radio stations were closed down after the 2017 FM audit, as well as existing stations which applied for renewal of their expired FM radio broadcasting authorizations. This approval from the board is subject to the applicant attending a sensitization workshop on the terms and conditions of FM radio broadcasting authorizations. The workshop shall clarify the legal, regulatory, and technical requirement for the establishment and operation of an FM radio broadcasting station. Provisional authorization shall be issued to the successful applicant at the end of the workshop, and frequency shall be assigned to the applicant only upon the fulfillment of the conditions of the provisional authorization. The general public is reminded that per Section 2.4 of the Electronic Communication Act 2008, Act 775, a person shall not operate a broadcasting system or provide a broadcasting service without a frequency authorization by the authority. Offenders are liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 3,000 penalty units or to a term of imprisonment of not more than 5 years or to both, as per Section 73 of Act 775 of 2008, issued by the National Communications Authority. In a way, in statement, said to me, I can run a board meeting about so board number approval say bear 133 radio broadcasting authorizations na omunfa emma na sa 133 one radio stations adwumako na etum in 2017 omonso eyade a woka ho na omu kiremu a workshop bi ba beba so na omu wie sa workshop na omama stations ni nyina provisional authorization na after sa provisional authorization no and afi omode frequencies ebema won it say odi ebeye number we say 94.7 odi 98.7 104.3 or dey na omahwe edi ama after say we fulfill all the conditions, and that's where we are. And the statement from the NCA and Ayasha Kai at the Amamuntimuntion and so am I. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Just come through with your thoughts, your comments, your observations. Na Yenshen Kai Emma. On Facebook, Asempa 94.7 FM. On Twitter, Asempa 947_FM. On YouTube, Asempa 94.7 FM. Same for Instagram. You can follow us there as well. Now, let's stay interactive. Very, very important. And come through with your messages. Your WhatsApp line is 0548 955 947. 0548 955 947. Mamin Kai also said, sound of our time, Numekwe boy me at the Broya Agbeve Herbal Center, Yara Ghana, Lucky Casino, and a Willet Properties. May hear some segment, and so Edu Motors, Obapa Product, EcoBank Ghana, Awake Purified Drinking Water, Rockstars Roofing Systems, and Aquatabs Purification Tablet. Your interviews are here on this show, and also Tampico HEPA Plus Mixture, Consolidated Bank of Ghana, also we stand with you, Concept Green Fertilizer, your discussion segment, and so Mark Auto and Spare Parts Ghana Limited, Franco Trading Enterprise, Castrol, also it's more than just oil, it's liquid engineering, Dependable Herbal, I'm going to do Malakio Abba, and a Global Lighten Center Limited in Kania Papafie and Eho. Let me say good afternoon to you, Benjamin Osei Tiria, we're a medical assistant to Wassa Ekropon Government Hospital and CEO of Benjilo Pharmacy, also in Wassa Ekropon. Thanks for doing the listening. There are some few birthday dedications here. This one says, good evening, Obi. I trust you are well. Please help me wish Kenel Kwejo Damoa, who is the Commissioner for Customs, a happy birthday. Such a great man. We pray the good Lord continue to bless, guide, and strengthen him. A very good man, down to earth, and respect everyone. a man who has used his leadership skills to change the face of customs and has made it more effective and attractive. This is someone under whose leadership, as Commissioner of Customs, the revenue target for the 2020 fiscal year, set at 10 billion Ghana cedis, was surpassed. Customs collected over 12.5 billion Ghana cedis, and this award-deserving performance was accomplished amidst the dreaded COVID-19. We continue to pray for you. We pray you are reappointed so you continue your good works for Mother Ghana. Happy birthday once again and enjoy your day, sir. We are proud of you. This is from Inusa, Mr. Desmond of Tema Golden Jubilee, Mr. Kwesi Kuma of Tema Golden Jubilee, and Great Amos and the entire team for Customs. And Munshanen so Emfa MIN. Ekosiisen Suni Ehaya Asempa 94.7 FM. This one says, Obi, good evening. It's becoming interesting that persons born of both men and women are calling for the legalization of LGBTQ+. It is quite interesting that the people involved in this legalization of this are married to the opposite sex. God will give us what we need as a nation if our foreign donors withdraw their support. Pakwisi Kese, Ewo Esikoma Odobin Brakwa. A happy birthday to Sam Kweku Jerome, Western North NDC Regional Communications Officer. Have a wonderful day, my finest communicator. Message from BBNE organizer, Honorable Asiedu. Okay. This one says that happy birthday to Colonel Retired Kwejo Damwa, Commissioner of Customs, GRA Division. Nana Ekuyamwa Boaten comes through with this one. Where he said, this day we give thanks and praises unto the Lord for a gift of a special brother, friend, that's you, Obi. I thank God for adding another year to your life. Thank you. It's a belated birthday. Honorable Sokolala, also an incoming youth organizer for Ablekoma Central. Thank you. Let me see the other ones we have here. We say, I am happy you have played all the voices speaking against LGBTQI, but surprisingly, none of the media houses has a voice of former President Mahama condemning LGBTQI. What his position? Nanamponsa Bediakon would want to know. Obi, help me wish my uncle and father, Kenel Damoa, a happy birthday. That's from Iliasu in Temale. Iliasu in Tamale. Iliasu, thank you. Maminshawe, happy birthday to Honorable Patrick Kwesi Brako Kumo, MCE Wejagbawe Municipal. You've showed exemplary leadership in the last 3 years as MCE. May God continue to guide your steps and remain blessed. Nicholas Entry, Ewo Weja Bawe, and on the way, Abba Nicholas Entry, thank you. Ekosiisen Suni, Ehaya Asempa 94.7 FM. Answer, remember, Regional Chairman Akwaba, no? My main thing, say, if you've been suffering from cancer, na yakama to trims a cancer the near drew into where they are, and yadi ebekwa, me patroye dada. And the Assembly, what say, Sweden Ghana Medical Center, about SGMC, or more special cancer center. Now, they treat all types of solid tumors with advanced technology, be to say radiotherapy, brachytherapy, and a chemotherapy. Say a prostate cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer, head cancer, neck cancer, or any other cancer. SGMC Cancer Center is your best bet. You walk Katamanso behind Lakeside Estate, Community 8. Frame was 0201 409 403, 0201 409 403. And it was 0262 253 328, 0262 253 328. We are not member, we are not GRAT member, we are ECG staff. We are bar, uni wuknu, we are bearman so when we hear it. And then ma any emerald 18 years, no. So mo call Sweden Ghana Medical Center, if you free. SGMC Cancer Center, taking away the burden of cancer. Very, very important. And remedy to my name, some more pedan papa ato Sethi Realty at one dine so by 50%. You heard me right. 50% reduction of their home prices. 50% and ayateso. And the prices now starts from as low as 220,000 Ghana cedis. Obenya dine ato and your rent. Oh, toye wow dia. Sethi Realty. Sethi Realty. Oma dino eseweni ensa wakachre. 220,000 Ghana cedis. That's how low we are selling our houses in the 50% discount on a year. But the news is that only a limited number of homes are available. Hence, it's on first come first serve basis. A gated community with 24-hour security and everything to make your comfort assured. Yawatema, 2 minutes drive from the Palace Shopping Mall. If you are looking to buy a home or an excellent opportunity to invest your money, please call Sethi Realty on 0551 438 888, 0551 438 888, and 0551 435 555, 0551 435 555. Your website is nyamiduagh.com. nyamiduagh.com. So hurry, because offer can end anytime and the prices are subject to change without notice. In the mention and so enfamaye nema wonye ha neko pe adan bi eto. Mr. Divine Otu Agohom akwaba na apom to saying
eminadaruma yehu ye mpajo munso e
ya me adom yehu ye papa yehu studio ha check akra
1990 na wa woni
ba say ahoden ho
oh nyaminadaruma yehu ye pa
ye da nyame ase ene yenim se mo party regional conferences ya share other regions there Greater Accra had no enyama so ana
that's the dikan se ne amamre yeta ye no me fa akonya we so na ma chia o tiefo ni on Facebook live and all. Yes, yeah, dia no bebaso. And Tuesday.
Yes.
And Yamia Duma by Thursday. I 2 days away from now. Fortunately, yeah, Yaguso de India, Minu Kasai.
Oh, okay.
Na bebaso ewo Nat Hall. Also known as Teachers Hall.
Information
behind exactly.
Okay.
Right behind the RCC, the Regional Coordinating Council. Yeah, and starting from 10 a.m. We are hoping say by 1 day na yapon.
Why am I allowed to attend sa conference?
First of all regional officers, both elected and appointed.
Okay.
Then the constituency executives.
Okay.
We also have regional council of elders, council of patrons, founding members, members of parliament, any MMDCs so basically, national officers also our share regions no sooner. Omubeba.
Okay.
As we speak now, I can confirm say the national chairman Beba, the general secretary Beba, Mami, the national affairs vice, Rita, and also Beba, any youth organizer. Nanabi. Confirm yes, as we know, they are doing the same thing in the various regions.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are boy home modern how
okay. In total, no delegates saying for this conference. I will share the national
executive. So dear. Yeah, those were around 650 baby. But once there are party activities, party, you may not have access to the hall, but at least coming around to cheer the party on and all. So we are expecting, say, almost provision of about 1,000 put together, and that's what we are looking at.
Okay, and at this conference, no. What are party people to expect? And then Ebekoso.
Yeah, that's it. Say, as an Ebeba be we no ya constituency conferences that.
Yes.
Na what's expected of the conference. They say party na ede ashew sano. Ubebu will still worship no one conta ede achre party for no one juma udi baby aye free baby aye bedu, and then the way forward there die nim yeah kase ya ye all the 34 constituencies are war Greater Accra ya ye nyina na omunyina resolutions are mo pass ye ni ade abaka ensam nti ye behwe niama omususu se ye nsisa ewo ye party constitution mu any senior ye si manage ye party at the regional level, at the constituency level, at the national level, no, and no nyina bedu yensa, abeka yensa. I think that's correct. And then now we'll go ahead to also look at your war region, no, so no, the party no so for almost 4 years now. Nyama ye feel say yes, it's a mukakra ebeboye. Any senior yes, he handle party no for the past 4 years. No, say to me boom contra. Wow, when him say we took over from 2018, all the way through. Abepim bebia ye woyi. Nyama bibre akukoso. He has a party for ye bebu one contra de achre party for. Na nisa no. Miankasa miye the chairman of the region no mekasa na mi secretary onunsu bekasa unima secretary no onu ano ye head of operation ekesa operation ngina ase ni nanso onunsu bekasa na ye treasurer ono hwe ye sikasem so ni ade enti ye hweso sisi ye kasa committee ye djuma omudi omufana yi no betudwa ochena committee omu ye juma omu collate all the resolutions ayaji so far no. This committee I mean is made up of reps from the members of parliament, the MMDCs, regions who ye rep wo ena constituency chairman also omu ama omu repa okanwa omu yesa ejumai. At the end of the day no omu besivu all there because on say MBA constituency way I can be na constituency be I can the same thing who here say you can say we can say they bring it together. So omu ye ni nyina no mo dey aba. So that resolution will be read at the conference. Na mo bia to say Greater Accra region asema ye dey ko national enonie eti ye ni say wi national officers on by general secretary be by there say ye man no kwan so no na party no e hye no nsa eti onu so be kasa kire ye senior so far niama city ni ye da ni ma be ye kasa unim say ye wi ye be ye national conference,
a national delegate conference
this year Bebaso Ashanti region precisely Kumasi me sure say obe use this opportunity no na also the my update on the omoye senebeya obia betiasie and the usual fanfare that comes with say idea of a COVID be high and kakra ama seni ayeshia say ni geno ya na akofem kakra so then we are managing with the assurance say we all adhere to the COVID-19 protocols.
I suppose we will last regional delegate conference before the next regional executive elections, Beboa.
Yes,
this is likely to be
because the next one, so your conference
absolutely. But that one, elections will be
extraordinary because they be elections.
Okay.
No, come on somewhere April next year.
Wow, that's quite close. April. That's about roughly 6 months from now.
Basically.
Yeah. Now, our conference no Basso. And we not acquire a conference without an election. No, the regional party would expect say Chairman Ebema report on his stewardship over the past 3 years. Would you have something good to report on?
Oh, okay. Right. The way Etieno is not well, you are giving a welcoming address. Welcoming address. And then also, of course, you do the closing remark. But you are at liberty to spice it with whatever there is that you think that the party at the regional level is So yes, for example, we are here now. There are key issues, trending in the political space. You want to address them and then get them to appreciate senior Niamasity. So it's a platform. Ube pese ube bieniamaso kakrama party for, because you see you are managing the party for and on behalf of Omwa party no yomudia. That presents you with an opportunity to let them know senior Niama apart from directly dealing with the constituencies and having such conversations. Miko constituency na mini constituency for elko bonko moa and be omo beka me ho kwa be me executives ana meko me nkwa. But at a gathering like this and be a wako constituency how wako can wako another constituency wako can be, which is where you don't know. But a forum like this is an opportunity to speak the same language to all the constituents. I
wanted to find out, sir, before I saw be a regional chairman, now what would the party position be that?
Yeah, I've served as a regional first vice before.
Oh, okay.
And I've been a national council member for almost 12 years.
National council member?
Yeah, the highest.
Really?
No,
based on the international national council member.
Okay, I became a national council member since 2009. Okay. By that time, I was the regional affairs vice.
So now representing Greater Accra.
Yeah, Greater Accra.
Our national council.
Yes.
Okay.
Then as a regional officer, but after that, on say the executives, any national will come together and select representatives representing the various regions at the national council. Some will be party officers, some will not be party officers. So I think after 2009, I've been representing the region as a non-party officer.
Okay.
Okay. And 2018, once I'm regional chairman. Regional chairman, you are an automatic member of the National Council and also the National Executive Committee.
Okay. That's interesting. My name sir Unya, because I heard people call you C7. C7 there. Your nickname ana.
Oh, okay. Well, I happen to be the 7th elected chairman of the region. Seventh elected. Coincidentally, year to Abano Sono, me winning here with a difference of 7. At everyone almost started boarding chairman 7. I only say politics it's about branding and marketing. At Yamaudi son of Biafra and and so that's what happened.
It is Wajiatum C7.
Oh, C7.
Chairman 7.
The
7th.
I took over the leadership of the party in April 2018. That time na kunya ewoyen 21 seats.
Na party 21
seats.
Parliamentary seats.
21 parliamentary seats. Na me analysis before I even became the chairman. Na constituencies bi wo ho a menim say ye mia ye ni a ebetumi awini. And been say Sege constituency say now I was so sure say you be winning. Katamanso I was definitely say nyambi boye na ye nyama year you bet me a winning. Constituency like Amasama this constituency I mean say me be winning. Then you look at a constituency like Kole Clote, then also Obum Domiabra.
Okay.
Yes, Obum Domiabra. No ebe onwa kakra because obondo me abra no ye wa chire pa enti wo baby say anacha me ban say na yes baby a me ye adwuma pa frontline politics Sege constituency na Sege constituency is one of the strongholds of other party NDC na with good planning working so hard, bringing everybody on board and being there for the people, doing grassroots mobilization. Usha, yeah, building Adina, Cecilia, we are at about 47% or so, you know, on our NDC war. So that's the gap I look at my experience and who say no. Election, no, oftentimes, no, yeah, daji. Emma edumani ye pa na we investing resources, not only money, not only material, but your time. Oh, because I didn't plan what edumana yeah. It wunya butre microphone na you try to bring them along and they know that you are there for them. Trust me, they will follow you. So with that experience, I was so sure say I'll be able to win.
Sege constituency.
I'll be able to win Obom Domiabra.
Okay.
Obom Domiabra.
Okay.
So yeah no. I constitute campaign team, regional campaign team. No, I elected myself to work at Obom Domiabra. I remember one of my most trusted friends who was a member of the strategy committee. I former the former mayor of Accra, Ajesowa.
Okay.
Australia, son, observe say I then my choose Obom Domiabra of all places, but rather he would think that I should go to Katamanso.
Okay.
Obudosu change me. So at the end of the day, no, I had to, you know, agree and go to Katamanso instead of Obom Domiabra. So in the scheme of things, me name say me call Obom Domiabra. What I did at Sege, I can do the same thing there because I understand the local dynamics and war difficult areas like that. But unfortunately, well, so putting all these together, no, I was so sure say we can increase our seats, no, from 21 to 24
to 24. Out of at the time
out of
34 constituencies.
Yes.
And Anamukra 21.
Yeah, 21.
Target we need 24.
Very good.
Out of 34.
Exactly. To be able to do this, no, I needed to protect the seats because not seat when you're there.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Most of them
most of them are there. We share constituencies like Medina, like Adenta, come to talk about Lada de Kotopon, come to talk about Crowwall, Lejokuku. These were constituencies, but you know English I'm from. These were constituencies we struggle sana yes now we share the number of times NDC winning and in the number of times winning not to say NDC
yeah
na ya winning city say yebeko yenim bia. The most important thing to do from day one is say you make sure that you know you protect these seats away and
21 na
away and unfortunately something interesting happened. On say to foresee penibia mati okay entinu nyama no be wo ho a sisi ha wo radio so sabi utumi kaninyana na eno so ni nokre no won say ye be call elections no na for whatever reason no me members of parliament at the time no they openly declared say they were not supporting my candidature.
Meaning it's a time and I'm called regional executive.
Now
we're standing for chairman.
Exactly.
Some certain MPs at the time.
Yeah.
They don't support to candidature.
We see some crap na kakra. Virtually no, I can say because they said it on air. Enye asema air secret.
All of them, all the 21.
Well, they were led. They have the caucus of leadership.
Okay.
So once the leadership speaks, that's supposed to be the voice
of the caucus.
So you can see the difficulty from the very beginning. And every election, no, nyame madam, me winnie no. And now Akoya say, is he coming to work with us? You know what would he? Now Akoya say, so I doubt no. So what I did was that the first meeting I had with my executives, no. Because say, look, me, what I'm coming to do is that I'm coming to protect these sitting MPs that we have. Hey, now I say, you know, because it was a bit surprising. So everyone knows but these people who came against you, why are you really sure you want to, you know? It's not difficult. from the very beginning.
Yes.
Trying first of all to convince my executive, say this is the direction I want to go, and then also the members of parliament themselves, because without their cooperation you can't do that. What is here? Because you see, your opposition now and their party speaks final.
Yeah.
I mean, who call you Fabian? But you what abemuno, most of these MPs, also ministers, and now we power comes with control. Well, hey, na share weight. Sabi, ministers, sana dinabe. Intino na akoye say, they appear to be on their own somehow. And all him say, party no party na do buy. And anything that disconnects you from the party means that you are going down. True. So it was so difficult. I remember I called them once to a meeting and told them that, look, this is what I want to do, and I need your cooperation to be able to do this.
Yes.
To start with, muko pictures and bra na me protecting the city MPs. Constitutionally, no, there's a limit to what I can do. But strategically, no, nyama wo ho ubeya sabi ebema de opese wo achieve no bebaso. I can say yes, some of them, behind the scenes, felt free and they were dealing with me. Typical example, Honorable Tina Mensah. Now, omu leading the charge against me, no. But on friend me. Oh, boyfriend, to say, me no, to say me, me the divine, to go home. Boni, the boni bechen, and yemi dim baku secret. So let's move forward. In any case, since I want a wabe leader. The honest lies on you. I didn't you see the Jawa and idea sure. Yes, sir. That is not the time to be saying that this person was not with me and so I'm not going to be. No. That wouldn't help us. So getting them to even come on board, no. Na ISM. I told them, who free meetings are MPs I say omuba. Na akoye bibi kakra. But me kind normally Honorable Moses Enim. No wapa trouble. Or wahun brase say no waba oni ye say up and down Patrick Buaman, a few of them, say me kind. There were MPs I can say omo attend ye meeting baku say kopim ene.
Regional chairman frame meeting of certain MPs now. Ebimu never came for the meeting.
Open me can say na me can say ma di kan chiro say
na say what bo mo buy
ma di kan chiro say sabi on say we penyin region nyina e shewonsa nyema bi wo ho a ubetimi aka nyema bi wo ho a na nso nika no but em say na be ya you see any utifo be hu a bit of the challenges, not even everything. Na aye difficult, very very difficult. Sebi nim say ye wo opposition na omo ye businesses omo party mu ni ade omo na omo di omo tubu akakra edi boa party no na ye ba aban mu a omo so omo hwe kwan say na ye ba aban mu de say mo ntumi nya bibi amaye kra you should be okay on your own, don't come to us again. What am I trying to say here? I didn't hear this kind of manage ade no. What you say? One kasa unkwa ubutum sika. There's limit to which you can go. To mean for ubutum sika you wa bemwa ubia expect say your opposition or bana woman intensities of Africa example or your power woman who handles this one show ya neni beji ho na ade no ye wumu say bi ye boa mana ye na ye a at least if for nothing at all means we me feel kakra say me party war abemu anye yesa na aye problem hwe obani the arrangement e wo ho no your members of parliament ni ye yi sisi amini wo kasai amini wo kasai new your coalition by your numbers no reduce from 21 to 14 remember ho almost 14 aya bay. If I tell you the contribution omo ye di boa party na within this short period 13 now 14 now me won met me aka so contribution omo di amayes is more than 5 times more what all the 21 together did for the past 3 years.
You don't mean it?
one share ya yes ebi awu but masa adiwe who say who to me can we so
on when you took over 21 certain MPs, you decided several percent of finding ways of bringing all of them together. No money why you graciously mentioned Trobo MP so waho brase obo Patrick Boama say onozo waho brase he contribute no ba meetings near there. You say na ebi mo ma why am na emma meetings no?
Oh
why na wa meeting be that all the meetings you call?
Oh no dear bet to me I din kakra we cry me can you can see the difficulty with which I make away. But the thing is to say Ubia say, oh, one year. I listened to your intro.
Yeah.
Eti sena de no tenu uye din na one can sem no and you don't say anything at all. People don't get to know what it is. Na aye bibi kakra. But I can say but there are MPs that never attended our meeting, not even once. We can conference
and some of them lost their seats.
And I make actually say most of these MPs are almost losing almost seats. No, it was extremely difficult managing them. Extremely difficult. Who can no? Oh, some of them will openly do voice notes and ridiculing you and all on our group platforms. Yeah, elections. No, me call president ho. Ena me ko stress mpanocho coastal Friday saying Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture the panocho pa and me pese free and on farm mine President Kajam say odi coastal odi fisheries my friends what did we do? Didn't we lose all the coastal
seats?
Make and then
what disable
and when you look at the stretch and say the you can see say I don't know nipa na ye MP who say a party no and do ba ya if you analyze all the constituencies one by one you losing one key thing you will see say the candidate then was not working with the party. If you look at all of them, it became so difficult for us I had to go to His Excellency the President. I had to go to the Chief of Staff and cry on them, and present reports in the presence of the parliamentary candidates, MPs. Then say, I do Obi, your friend meet Omba, Obi, yes, I presented this report seeking their intervention because I didn't know so no one said, but we are being one. Almost your friend saying almost share party and I say almost share leaders in parliament I say and some almost share president I say
government
I tried all this abani we put together because of we put together a reconciliatory committee chaired by the then Speaker of Parliament himself. The entire year in the sun is a senior beya. Someone said, almost an assay, and to know the obe sromu kakra. And the yes, I know. Nah, I did not go say, so offer monomumbra. So from, Committee no Potmasia, say on from monomumbra. Opening me, I was shocked. When we were demanding a report from them, I say, Chairman, from I'm talking about Professor Michael Kwe. Opinion. And so it is much easier coming from opposition. Now because you see your opposition also party we are very strong. Anytime we are in opposition, the party is strong. But when we are in government, master, can nipa na wodi ni na di dokunu wo kwan hunu sisi a nipa na be ye obi a sebi military for ni police for atwa ni wan hia ni na yihu protocols ni ayi enye boni say etisa because their security is also very important. But ni re free ni huka kra say party no na ne ba ye pe oba say na ye kwan no. Otherwise most of these seats are every year and trust me we wouldn't have lost the seats. We shall see it be every year some braye ansana yenya ye anybody a yeko do ye na adena kofe masa ye kan during the 2020 campaign the committee ye di manage campaign no obia ni ho a award the previous campaign team no obeka say he or she didn't play a role in the 2020 apart from the then regional minister. He was the chairman of the campaign the previous time. We made him a member of the team. He attended the meeting only once. And I mockingly said, now you see even that when Tema East was difficult for us to manage, I organized the Council of Elders Chairman, Honorable our brother, big brother Ramonankra, Penny and I call the Tema Regional Executives. Kopani Chosa say. Sabi be war between onuni titles cry onu de oyepenyin on Germaninka na yenko keke. We did all this. Now if the person will not move openyi ubeye den. What can you do? The former secretary my own brother Ajesua was part of the strategic team yedi call 2020 elections no. All the presentation, he has been doing the presentation. He was part of us. Chairman, Honorable Sister Joyce Impari was part of the team. Near on Kayehu in the very middle. Archibald. I put him in and gave him an assignment to help us manage Domikwa constituency. So virtually all the previous executives were part of party and your bakundia. Yeah. You as a leader must find a way of bringing everybody in so that we will all work together. When we achieve results, it's for all of us. So we were all in it. I hear some of these stories and I just keep quiet and we'll be ending it. So with a platform like this, you want to at least throw some small light. It's not like you went and did something in your bedroom and the others were not part, and so for that reason, whatever the outcome is, of course I accept responsibility. I'm the leader, chairman. Whatever it is, but at least I think we also need to know the anchors.
The question I wanted to ask, and I got our research team to do a bit of work in the constituencies of Mulusu. If I'm right, you lost out of the 21 seats. You lost Tema East, you lost Krowo, Mulusu Lejokuku, Mulusu Ladadikotopon, Mulusu Ablekuma Central, Mulusu Akaikwe North, Mulusu Madina, and a Mulusu Adenta constituency. Okay. In the 8 out of 21 constituencies were lost. Contrary to target, Sanka Ubewini, be 3 more constituencies. I'm now 24 in total. Good. Now your team no call out no. Omoko who say in Tema East, there was some kind of an issue between the parliamentary candidate and some government appointees in there. Krowonso, there was some kind of a conflict between the PC and some other leading members of the party in there. Lejokuku constituency, so there were some problems. La Dadiko Topon, former MP no, and PC no, and MC ne campaign executive call your friends say executives so na issues kakra ewo ho. Ablekuma Central, PC and MCE, Okaikwe North, PC and some of the failed parliamentary candidate aspirants. Okay, Madina and Soa, PC no, the MCE, and some of the core executives, no issues, Kakao, Adenta was an exceptional case. And for all these 8 constituency issues, and I don't know if there were issues you were aware of as regional chairman in these constituencies, and specifically, to want to resolve these specific issues, because I don't think that break it down and say you resolve what any.
Asempa idea anka ebeye say will be someone who mitiha and kebefe pa but on say basan so ana ye party internal issues no na they appear bonting. Myself saying this is because of the stories making rounds that at least somebody must know what really happened.
What went on?
Yes, chipping bibikitwe keke. Wa sama research team no akofa by said there Mikael no you understand say all the places we lost no either the candidates most of them are MPs, some of them are ministers, deputy ministers. Yeah, they know. If you go around all of them, no, you will realize, now Omoni party, no, a problem. And I got personally involved. Sometimes as late as 2 a.m. You were meeting for me. Yeah, bombardier say you be resolve. Yeah, bombardier say you be resolve. Me catch you say, do baby me who say no. Yeah, here ubia sabi oye penya on bestro no kakra akansemi. Say uni ye mami ye free and can over to me aben reset to me or can't you know the efforts that we made. I personally went to her begging say I don't know I say ni schedule also na campaign time to know so now I busy. She even promised to go with me to meet them one by one. I'm talking about the chief of staff herself. Okay. You know, then beyond that we put together committee of eminent personalities are your region, Openye Ben a chain Professor Michael Kwe at the time no speaker. Speaker because oye omunyina omupenyin wo ho. Na other Honorable Ajiri Branson was part of that committee. Honorable Ajiri Branson is a papa for us in this region. I mean, you know, I hope you understand. And Nuntina, say. Say see penyin fear na how do you call it when penyin fear so edu baby you need these elders ombe to me abua eti ekobase omu intervention no yidia on say na aba no say we MP who call you as parliamentary candidate na sebi wow conduct amboawa so ko transfer and I mean say obedwen hu ahun say no me ye ne say ana manye ne say ye kan honorable Herikote oye regional minister CCIA she ye be ko elections no na onu so kan omo lead campaign no against me ye election no going forward. He himself called me. He was in Germany by then. On one kasa frame me. And my head didn't come chairman. Me move. Say na person we now yes say. Obvious akwana. Ye to me ye juma bom no. Or to me koye. Ye to me ye juma ma on one kasa koye unopposed. Without that collaboration, aka emma. Honorable Tina Mensah the same. Honorable Trouble MP no Moses the same and many others. And you know I'm saying say collaboration is a cooperation now because I don't know when I will call election election. The party is only supervising and managing. We will face and a war. And what we know as a party because the information and direction you be more based on information I receive is from research. First say wa wucha language et in your words it's in a party now strange region the so if the one that is supposed to supervise you and direct you or kasana one openyi what do you do? This is not something that is not known to war party. A lot of we saw it coming. Say I do we say in the baby now we are coming. Kasai constituency like Amasama.
Yes.
Consensus like as Amasama 2016 when we had a win for hard as we tried we couldn't win Amasama. So ordinarily if that is anything to go by then we shouldn't have won Amasama in 2020. How come we won Amasama? We won Amasama because manage party no hono. Well, you want to say the chairman or whoever happens to be my friend, my personal assistant, so make us because we put a team together that they listen to the directive of the regional executives. No, we won Amasama. A constituency we could have lost easily. Botiano English from. We could have lost that constituency easily. We stood our ground. We had the candidate and executive there that listened to us. Once say are winning, the situation could have been worse, my brother. So me can plainly say we couldn't win Sege. We couldn't win Bumkatamanso. We couldn't win that place. We couldn't win some of these other constituencies that we targeted because cooperation is said. If you go to a constituency like Kole Krote. You know, those were the constituencies within my target. Yeah, because we're not having members of parliament there. But they were within the targets. I said to say, you better achieve.
Maybe we aka 21.
You better win aka 21. No. Meaning what your research, produce. But if you go to that place, you will see right from day one. Now, candidate no, ni a friend saying party, so we had to go in myself. I had to go in. I organized people all the way from Tema. I put together a team to go there and be supporting them just to make sure that one will say we a coach. No matter how well we team be ball, the ultimate mubeshe go half a cap no. Until one share go and for cap now, and I share 10. Now opposing team 11 now. One losing match. The moment you lose the match, no matter how well you played, if you look at Greater Accra region, one thing you will see very clearly say the region is peaceful. And the region is very, very peaceful compared to previous years. We've been able to manage this region. We share myself and my executives the way we are. It doesn't mean there are any problems. So we face problems all the time, but we have a way of solving it, and to be able to hold the political power like this together. I'm sure we are monitoring other regions also. Yeah, if you compare, you see Greater Accra, we've been able to hold ourselves together. Whatever, no matter whatever happened. Yeah, Tumia Suye Musa, myself, my first vice, my second vice, we arranged, say, one is in charge of operations, myself, because I'm the third guy. My first vice, Honorable Ajay Tawia, is was placed in charge of conference resolution and all these things. I'm not sure. Then my second vice, Joanna Ada, was in charge of finance and administration. This is Greater Accra. We're the only region that we were able to do this. And so it's not like I'm the chairman, so all the time I'm the chairman. We yet we hear meetings, and then somebody else will be chairing. Either Joanna is chairing or Ajitavia is chairing. So that they also get exposed to the rudiments of the game and get experience and all that, because we are building a team. Okay. If you look at it carefully, of course, the result doesn't reflect the Juma just for the simple reason that we didn't get the kind of cooperation we must get from our members of parliament at the time.
That's an interesting point, and
it's a difficult thing.
And remember my next question, Chairman. Semeshe constituency mulusi, of course, the ones you couldn't win, that's the target. I mean the target of 3 more. Me sure de na ekura mo na mulusu ye na. In a constituency like Okaikwe North, for example, which seat was a seat na ekuramo? Mulusu seat. No, are you saying say for a constituency like that, you did everything humanly possible as a region? And how difficult was peace in the Ukraine saying?
Which of the constituencies?
Okaikwe North. Fuseni Issa. How difficult was him? Sir, a quadru level, Sanamoye Bibiana Enye.
Okay, probably that might be an overgeneralization of the whole issue. Okay. Let's look at some of them in specific terms. A constituency like Okankwe North,
yes.
A constituency like Ablekuma Central. In fact, we lost those constituencies because of COVID. Yeah, It will be shocking, but that is the truth.
Ablekuma Central.
Yes. Unim. One say, COVID no. Emma primaries no in the MP constituencies very late.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The moment we finish the primaries switch into registration.
Voters registration.
Exactly. And usually no, you call primaries say naturally. Obi who support Obi, me so be support Obi. Na kan ye na fofo in the heat of it no ya kika se match ye ho amatokwa bani adeti there will be cracks. The party needs time to be able to heal all these cracks now get brought together. What I say? And why did we do the elections that late? Because of COVID. Because of COVID. E do me na ye hu se na ebe ye no na ye hu se na ebe ye no ye call National Executive Committee meeting and I go for again say okay say sa na tie dia and the ye no thought electoral area by electoral area. Eventually that's what we did. It happened so because of COVID. Now this affected all the other areas, but listen to one other problem that happened. One will say yes no I didn't call ya ma sebi na an candidate SSA ye farmers holiday no kaya ye changing at the last year and ye the call another day it happens to be the day elections no now elections no this is Accra, a working region. Wow, ubia uti hey sebi ana oye juma batem bia na uti hamasama na some far away place eti ejuma uba ejuma you stay here from morning till evening now what for traffic mo say na we ko dufie election so ye be yen so a ye start anopa be 7 na by 5-6 no na ya pon ananya sa so ordinarily no if you want to vote you register at the area where you work so that uba ejuma ubeba betu waba upon na wakofie nobody obia nim say ebekwa akoba na say day yebeye election no yebeye no holiday ukaipa this information came on I think Thursday and Friday ni Monday yekoto aba bebre I register wo bebia omuye juma.
But that is where the regional executive should have informed Jubilee House this holiday thing would affect us. And at the time, it was not region and I registered Nipa Bebre into.
Thank you.
This was the battleground region.
Thank you.
And you should have made input to government. Say, hey, holiday on election day be high.
In fact, Interami can say COVID no high pa because one say I can be say no normally unless you are suggesting say for the government to take decision which day to be holiday or not, no, a political party should be consulted. That was not the practice. What you say? Because in the heat of it, no, we all know we're not in normal times. And they were looking at Nyama more than political party interest. So at the end of the day, no, it was so declared, say the Monday I go to Abano that day. And your holiday Great Accra, because most people no almost free a church and on Juma, then they go back to their places of residence. No, most people did not come. Now I made reference to Okankwe North. So Okankwe North, oh baby, sir. La Paz will be brave. You see that large, okay, not for a constituency. Rally, normally we don't worry about bringing people because baby, society, platform, all those people did not, come to vote.
And same for Ablekuma Central.
That affected us. It affected even Odododio also because Odododio Juma Omoye the last time clearly we were sure say we were going to win the elections. Unfortunately, holiday no high. So then you want to talk about and put the SHS students no. One say been from Nanado babies as if benefiting from free SHS no at least. Anya ye kra say omo show appreciation kra some 65 to 70% of them there sanka omo wufo ni mofana nkasa beto abana maye. But you know what happened? It so happened say because of COVID, you know, the children were made to stay at home.
Yes.
But because WAEC calendar no very affected, no, they were made to go to school to go and write their exam. Form 3 students, no? By which time the Form 2s were at home. Okay, pa. And be 2 abanos at a normal exam. So they came home. Then the Form 2s were in school. So the Form 2s were in school, but their votes were at Bebia Omuti.
Okay.
Form 3s were home, but their votes were at Bebia Omuchuro Omu exam. Me say me akasa me ba. Okochuro exam no Kumasi. And yes, no. Thursday meeting say I declare Monday no holiday no. Me man di kan call ye. Efre me Ashanti regional colleague no ma man baby die. To abanu wo ho onu kwa bisan say ne ogoto abanu man no kwa ho nchire because on the share and say NPP you know the boss na oped the baby try et want to me how many people would allow their children to travel that journey just to go and vote and come election day wa won say na hit war system no et baby esan ka on be free aba aboso kan obi wo ho a power na odi manage ne ho holiday a wo say adwuma ne wo be ba be stop na wo ni fie let's say a place like Dowenya, then you want him to travel all the way from Dowenya, no to Abano and go back until holiday no amboye. And all this will happen because of COVID nyama ebaye. And immediate baby Amika say we are NDC now. NDC for me to move someone near prepare, and I think I can understand it because we are NDC now analyze this senior nyama se call your part senior bitia ma analyze the one meeting we see me NDC now me yembe shime. I want to borrow platform me to assure NPP for say 2024 Nyakopon Daruma we will win this election. And one say let's forget about all these differences pulling each other down there deal with the kind of fear say every party be here 8 years now or call near the we will win these elections because we tell one me get this analysis sure obi if we go right now you are sure say we will get Okankwe North back. You are sure say we will get Ablekuma. Oh, of course. But those are our seats.
You win Okankwe North back.
Yeah, we can win. We will win Okankwe North easily. We will win Ablekuma Central easily. Tema East, ya tutu ye nyama ya, we will win. If we are able to protect this, our seats, your was is here. Now you can win it 3 people, become 17. I hope you understand because these are not seats that we lose. Lose it. These are traditionally our seats. Et ye the win crop bekamu na ye to me board ye wo who buyer say anya 17. Historically, the trend is that you win Greater Accra, you win the general election. The 2020 elections was an abnormal experience. We lost Greater Accra and yet we won the general election. Wow. The candidates also had no time to campaign. No wonder the president won. What I said, who analyze the idea? Also, President, Nejumano the Wabontia will be MP. We want to now look at you individually. You need to make time for us. I don't also know you are not too sure whether you will win or not. You will call promise. I think 4 or so months now. You have to Abba. You call registration. Registration takes a lot of their time. And idea cooperating with the regional partner, we get involved to manage the year. We would have had a different
results. Chairman, the other thing they said, for everything you've said, one of your parliamentary candidates was in our studios about a week or so ago, right? Hobson Adoye, say we name no.
Hobson
Adoye.
Of course, yes.
Good. Don Kataman so na no PC. Oba studio hanen seminar kan no be any so you respond to them.
Greater Accra, with all due respect, yemi anomon kranfo ehun say a higher capital of the whole nation. Eti obia eba. Yeah. Miti ye na capital no call voter region. Kasa bring kranfo gu ho eye adwuma no kan nya de ketwa. Wa hu ne no. Eti this kind of free her ne ne ka ho. This is the man that was the Constituency Chairman.
Yeah.
I hear Juma or Papa Ike. What's now on 30 years plus? Why any other? Why all these things? And you see, It's pointing to one thing.
Asempa
Say as party, as I say a trans in Yashishamiama. Greater Accra. Huh? Greater Accra also Greater Accra fairly a good for the poto. 2024, we need someone now. What you cool-headed? Obetima handle the region. This tribal sentiment in will be a few. You already know, you know. Metro Mebo, but Yabeka, and maybe Yabeka. Obi started this. See some go for not now question the village. Now what bring wash you any other. It's not good. It's not good. We need to make sure, look, MPP, let us focus and make sure this time we are going to get a formidable regional chairman and make sure say we're driving you to a positive direction. I be making sure because you winning Greater Accra, you are breaking 80 that way. What do you say? Greater Accra, voter population, so you are winning pe, you are breaking 8. That is what you are going to do. Say, say president, ebe nominate will be. Hey, one interview. One go interview Obetima nominate you.
Yeah.
So yet you know. Obetima my interview will be meaning, but I will not mention the can say. Oh, one man will not call. Yes, look. Who can take you over?
Ekosiisen On Asempa
a shock to the person. Ya put it in. Ya confirm no. Was started the Juma warrior. So yet you know. Let us know that and then make sure say bibia ye biano. You who can reject it saying. Baby young fan say MPP ni no akwa to etia. I mean, you are disgracing your president. What I say? You who say a party, me try as a Kamokobi. At the point, me say the MC will me total support because me will Rose be a approve mammy. I just the letter that I make say I am going to follow it up and make sure what they say that Juma started and the Kagahum. This time. Yes, party for let us come together and make sure because already yes you wanna appointment of MMDC is a chain in the Kakigamu. Dear President, what's it look? You change your banya. I know more motives to know because they are not in line with your vision. And you know open term so be what's one no problem so up to 2 years and so be change your more because it's the same government, the same party and all that. So we need to know. Yeah, makwai. But
when you say mubenya
Ekosiisen On Asempa
chairman, what do you mean? Papa, your friend is saying divine agohum and I am original chairman.
Yamau a region with 21 seats, with the about 14. Should we sit down and go back to 7? No.
Before I go home, baby, I'm 21
seats.
Now MPP
21 seats. Hey. I'm out for a hypocrite. They cannot speak. Me, I will speak. What Papa me free party no? I don't care. What you say? We are not going to entertain it. Obia Chairman will call elections. What meet a candidate who are not going to can say NCA China say DCH against your candidate. And you want to win the region? Make say we are going to get a formidable I am going to throw my support to him. I will campaign for him.
Former AMA.
Former can say. What you say? You better make sure you better will be a what did great no beko. I you better win. You go so sad man to be moon. Me started some communicating Ama Party March 2008 continuously up to this time. Me ko break it. Me took Papa Breche radio work no grade me ya the same say me go Ghana kra. What you say? Eti identity so sad ma wage na hwe. What the Mary's of some a yibia, mekanu later. Me say Sadio way na will free her, started from somewhere. What's the song of Foko village now? Bring what you want and then you can't. No, but what I say, look at the way you can say regional minister, the new pray. Say the regional minister part the interventions are. Nkofan go marry the woman Kenya dikitwo. Kenya dikitwa. What I say? Me say we are going to get a formidable chairman. That one I am saying it.
No, but
with that fear of
listening to you, no, because I can say regional chairman eba side with MC to campaign against candidate. That's your personal experience, and
me want that experience, and a lot of candidates have that experience. A lot
in Greater Accra.
I am telling you the truth. no crowd can na man for adwuma ayo mo fan ne ekoyanim wo woni eje no enti side ne de me devote me say obi a wo ba chama bia no I will devote my time campaign for the person morning, afternoon, evening. I'll campaign for the person because yemfa ya no keke and the breaking 8. What you say? Yeah, the strategy near the obi o
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
What you say? Obi a won pen the can say nkwa ne yedie ene ne kai ka ho. No. Party chairman, you are for candidate because so now the candidate no go. Yet the regional shall win the vote for the party. That's how go jack candidate is in Sweden. How do you win? How do you win?
And you are saying that is what Divine Go Home did? In
that is true. Yes, it is Road America. I have a personal experience. Miss Road America. Me say me can say we party the power can say hey, you have the party no more. I don't care. I will speak the truth to the end. What you say? Now you kita 21 seats. Come you lose one number. You can say 14.
But how do you blame all of that on just the regional chairman?
Who is the head of the Secretary Council of NPP practicing executive chairmanship.
And what would you then tell candidates Nankasanana Omukra Party Franca in the constituencies? Because by the same measure, no candidate be a Ulusu seat. No, you my own sign a contest. What would you say?
Fine. We don't mind. What you say? Me say when Katawa to delegates can say hopes in Kobioma and Meko.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Me won't compare me who change and I say, hey, no, I will not do that. What we can say Kobioma and Meko. You know, money now move campaign. Me you know Kumasi. What you say? We go ye campaign. Yanko ya dum. Me kai my be otunto volunteer boot because switch no me so ma me se kan ne volunteer boot ni ade me the village wo free hod no obi akosi akire no what chase kaman go for here muntu ma yekru mu ni no any ade ni nyina win na what hod now we side with the person. How do you win? How do you win? So when you no eti me de me se great akra hey the way you vote no tie ha no ye ni ba brio obi ye ba me nya minister me nya CEO me nya hu what you say. But me trust in your go position that. Me trust in your go position.
In the now there was a hashtag uncle for the Sunday. Me almost say maintain Divine to break the 8.
Omu diagro.
Hashtag no.
They are joking.
Divine go home.
Me say they are joking. We are going to get a chairman that will take Greater Accra to the highest level.
That is what you want.
We are going
to majority.
Opa ma you from Fefre here. That's now cano. That's now cano. They say this time round.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
The last look. I tried that now go. Last time before I saw the how many votes are the winner? 7 votes. Just 7 votes. There wouldn't pay now what cost all the constituencies are. You have no idea. You have no idea. Opa Montinsi Grum, Monfefe, NPP executives in now the movie is over now or Obeti Wasum. What is here? And then we but media Matthiasin, Mopa Mompabome, and to not take it away. I will still say it as it is. Naka Modikaya. Hey, before I said me beg constituencies, no, I chairman. I'm telling you,
Asempa FM.
And that's the voice of the parliamentary candidate for the NPP in Pong Katamanso, Hopes and Yaovi Adoye. Chairman, those are some very serious allegations against you. One, and it's you worked against the interest of the parliamentary candidate. You rather decided to side with MCE. Na Omaye Juma against PC. Mibusan say you no any experience, and I'll see you almost all the other pieces not suffered the same fate. I didn't know decide this all best idea. No.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
In fact, me asemi ama me ra kakra. Very very unfortunate because one when me campaign ye juma say me san wini as a regional chairman. Now take it say me campaign ye nyame ye madom and I'm winning as the regional chairman. Now you are going to pretend over potentially a candidate like Minuea Wakasei. So you yourself just look into the future. How is it going to look like? What is he saying I did wrong? Oh, Midikan can say, Penyin
Dua Manti.
Oh, okay. I hear, I know here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And you know, I think that probably he has a personal issue. Oh, the situation we experienced there, I had a different position from his position, and so probably he will be saying this. But I just want us to also know that, okay, 2016, Bunkatamaso, is one of the constituencies I was very sure say, because reducing vote difference, no? In 2012, now the vote difference was about 9,614 between Yenny and DC.
That's 2012.
2012.
Okay.
Now, 2016, no, the vote difference reduced here from 9,000 about 3,540. Me can almighty Avuti Agbo.
Okay.
And at 2020, I be on Kobio. Oh wow, new candidate there, and yeah, we have a better chance. And I do hopes in a buyer. Hopes in buyer. No, the votes rather difference away them has increased from 3,500 to 12,900.
That's the vote difference between
NDC for the Omunya against yes, no, 12,000. So that's the deficit we have now to go and fight for in 2024.
Well, I mean, now NDC candidate Ninya 51,755.
Yes,
and I hope Senya 39,546.
Strike a difference.
In a difference of about 12,200.
Percentage terms, no, we have come down from 45 to 42%. That is our situation in Ponkatamasu right now, and that's a gentleman talking. And yes, me can say right now, no, me to me the clan has a penny, running me candidate, potential candidate down. A basa or china, me be a chairman, now obey a candidate. How do I go selling the same person? Now, problem what happened in Ponkatamasu ni say, as an host be a candidate, no. Now, MC, no, who was part of the executives na onyo munyana no moye juma nana sipim oye omuchama no ofa the then parliamentary candidate no so mo apia seniba o hwe no buanu and all that, we all know this. Et obeye MC no obeye asan obeba ye MC no omunyana, the chairman, the research director, the your friend who's saying the secretary, omunyana executive on bar together. And on my on one call, and thank you, say, himself, Huni Panawo. And so, Okotana Hono, sending our Pesanka, friendship, ni Biakuya, Womutem, no Becosuno, and Kososa, and they felt disappointed. And to think, we have been trying all along to solve that problem. We even put together an external committee to support them, led by veteran politician. Ashama MC, Albert Ochre. Say this Saji. Any sister Penny back on what them and baby Sapo. We put them together to help them. So that's how we're managing the situation there. Katamanso until Hobson became the parliamentary candidate. Ubai, Krofom Yenui Omuku. Omuku no una wabe candidate. My position is that, Master, close your eyes on this. Now try to bring them together. Because you need all of them. This is where our difference is. The difference I buy and one in the Hobson took a position with the executives against the MC.
So the constituency executives against the MC.
Na ye ko transem no mono. Niama solo MC no. Otro ye wo paper so a odi support the candidature of Hobson no. Ye nyina ye buy no same. Ye ko ye no na me wo ho. Sejisaji wo ho. Me first vice Ajetoya among others, many regional executives are call you know. Is it true he's been giving you this weekly? He said yes. Is it true he gave you this? Or say yes. And they all say the sign identity the picture you are giving us is wrong. Whatever it is, no, please bring together and well, because one are we a candidate, you are going to win the election. And this is a seat that you say you're winning, whatever it is, let it rest. Win the seat first. You will not agree to the extent of petitioning the president to remove the MCA
in the middle of the campaign.
In the middle of the campaign, and you go on radio and say this thing so everybody hears this. Yeah, okay. Now the reporter call police president. Oh, you frame me. You frame. I think on call no na on him say on be frame me. You call na me so what would I say? Is it not what I know that I will say? And take class I mean na asenso otra asenso say na what say asem obeke che no say enye no na yeti afi una wuti hoy. Nipa you see nipa ye bibi kakrama na won to me yikra men say anything, and you created the impression that the guy was not helping you all over on radio and all that. Meanwhile, that was not the case.
But I heard a voice record, I think an audio Hobson did a day before the election, and he made the point say he has intelligence that the MC set a team together, and that team, you know, after I think it's also party cows, and then go around in the constituency telling people not to vote for Hobson. And he even threatened, say, they are following up on the MC and that they would make sure, say, they would get a picture of how he voted. And say, Obi Obetem to say, Obetwatin a campaign will die, and send baby Tiobine at the other ensem. Don't you think, say, some of these things are hopes in probably led to the MCE not being retained, because maybe BNI and all the other intelligence agencies did their investigation and saw the man went against him.
Obi, granted say the who can say that informed the president's decision not to. The authority to nominate who become MC. And the president. Now, that is a very classical example of the situation. Who call a battle? Not the night who call election. The night before the day I ever go to a panel. Granted, say what peak intelligence ampa said the person is campaigning against you. Then you do an audio threatening, say who or two, and those things in your car. Now where you near memoir, because he did it openly and put it on platform. Oh, what I come from the beginning say penye dua manti because I wouldn't have been saying this is sensitive issues. But as it is, well, look at this. You did this and threatened say you baby obeshia obia willing to better now arms to egu kemu. This information got to people. I didn't even know. Around 11:30, I was going around the constituencies, no, and your sister back, Joyce in Paris, offered me say, "Hey, Matthias, I'm about na, Mr. Asempa, and I said the audio do mommy, Mitiano, me yam she me who me say I the African sir, because for this thing to go public at that critical moment where we had no space of time to correct anything, and they said, see, not African sir." No wonder this, a heavy defeat came at Konkata. So you know what I did?
Hobson is not dumb, Chairman. Say, if the MC is not working against him, why would you say he would?
The American, I've told you already. Say,
yes.
We had a meeting bringing the MCE there, the party executives and everybody were there. Hobson himself was there. I went there with my executives too. If any of my executives a year or better.
Yes.
So when I heard that this is what the MCE was doing to support him, I can say no MC did what Solo did in support of a candidate. I am telling you. You have a team. Let them investigate. Solo Solo the attitude, approach, and things may not be, the best. But you are the candidate. Una will call election. And today here and say, Ube Kroko Nipano Kra. Now what can say executives and yes, I didn't election where him. Ye corner ye the president can change him. We bring another person and let's win the elections first. What else would you do? When I told Hobson, you know what he told me in the presence of everybody. Now me catch and say, dear Solo we I've been a candidate myself 3 times on a trot. Nobody gave me peswa. It was in 2016 and ye penny baku offer me oboa me kakra. So me I didn't know pose candidate your mom ska. I didn't know this. Eti de oya ma no opanyi so musa kakra na yenko. If something beyond a year, we watch out, we'll find out what to do. You know what he told me? He told me his regional chairman say, "Enya onu and advising me say, me call a candidate in the time the party was in opposition." That's what Hobson told me. So they say, Sabi, Magumi must say, I chose to be a party candidate in the time when the party was in opposition. And it is that he has become a candidate at the time party no power. And it is the responsibility of the MCA to bankroll his. Now MCA knows cannot say, you appreciate that one. You appreciate that one. So granted, the person is working against you. Somebody you are attacking on radio, you are making audio, you want the president to remove him and all. Obi, Sebi. And I will call election. Then the night before. So I decided to go there. So when I was going there, I called Hobson, I called. He never paid my call.
That's the night before the
election. Night before. I was in the car with my wife and my children. We are going to my village because that's where I vote. So I decided to pass there. Because Solo family because Solo comes from that very place. He's an engine of the area. And what threatening say, you know, naturally they will come to his rescue and his defense. I went and met them there. Honorable Dividana. Party penny back or Nusuna or Hodada. And I go say, I left the place almost 1:30. And I'm so okay, Omati. They will see what they can do. But
Namo Pacha also then said, Omunko out and quite last minute campaign.
What else do we do? Yeah, the coalition, and that is what we do. Yeah, now you go around and be begging people, you know, when you be worried, oh, Charlie Pacho, you know, there you go. That is what we do. And if the people are resolving not to vote for us as a regional chairman, I have the responsibility to make sure, say, at least we and I mean what I even need and say, why we a candidate why bonino? I say I called my brother, he will not even mind. He will not even mind. What do I do? I left the place. Rather, when we lost the election, he said I came in the night to come and campaign against him. Just look at this. As a regional chairman who wants to win elections, I go and campaign against my own candidate. Some of these candidates, which includes Hobson. He will not come. I have to call his chairman to come and take the money for him.
Really?
Situation situation and I'm making him away our bounty. But I would say, or knows and Otia. You know, so I said this to him. If you think I'm lying, you should tell us. So you showed that gross respect to your regional chairman, and you want us to do what? Me fine, yeah, or so MCE wohono. Na oba vetting no one they recommended your friends the short list in the command president or no yehono wanya. Then the story all over say me see or no wakuma and me and me ye in the free meanwhile I was not the chairman of the committee
of the vetting committee.
No problem. You have an avenue to petition, which he did, and he was invited to the presidential committee, which was then beyond us. Okay, you feel say you qualify for which you think somebody did that. So you see where the personal issues were coming from, because he picked it. He went on my FM and said to whoever there, and they also carried it on air, saying, "Say, me see, hopes in Yakuma, and I'm no free list him." Okay, he had the opportunity to be invited to the presidential
national
vetting. So what happened there too? Because you see, all these details will be with, the security system. They will know. I did buy say I'm our appointment no be. And I buy another president. Say be a man baby. So what happened at those places?
Our airport, I think. Wow. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Let me deal with some messages and then Chairman Wahe would make progress. But Chairman, I wanted to ask this question. And about messages no eso say me share analysis of Kon Kataman so a we parliamentary no when you look at even the presidential so we presidential nen so a na we share difference in votes now it's looking like say 2020 was an outlier because some 2020 even between the NPP and the NDC presidential candidate, Nanado got 37,473. Former President Mahamanya 54,927 in a difference of 17,454 votes compared to 2016. In 2016, even though John Mahama won, the difference between John Mahama and Nanado was 5,077. And really, it cannot be a Hobson problem. It's probably a party problem in that constituency. Well, the presidential also did not go very well for you.
Oh, opinion that's Asempa. Number one, the candidate, or say President Nidia, Obe campaigning in 275 constituencies.
Yes.
And you know, what we a candidate, parliamentary candidate, we a candidate on the ticket of the party.
FM.
80-90% of your job is to be campaigning for your president. To be campaigning for your president. What is here? I mean, if you go back and look at our results, my small village constituency, Segea, you can see that constantly, we were increasing like that. We were a year, 2020, we continuously went up like that, except for the presidential year, but continuously, as the parliamentary year was increasing, so was the, the presidential results. Also. Now, if you come to Kataman, the results will not have been, good for the candidate also because one will say, the president will come to your place, okay, and your persona, the way the people see you is what will translate into the results are affecting presidential votes also. Do you understand? Because it's the same party.
Yeah.
It's the same party.
Yeah.
And I am looking at it from here. If for nothing at all, these are questions that we must ask. If for nothing, he worked here. That's his constituency. So we should be looking at his results. You understand me? And I mean, you can say, I am here as the leader of the party. Campaigning and hoping to retain my position as the leader. I cannot tell who will become the parliamentary candidate for Katamanso 2024.
Yes.
If by the grace of God I happen to be the chairman and Hobson happens to be the candidate, I have the responsibility to go and work for him. What you say?
And that you will do, irrespective of
that is why I am being so careful not to personalize the issue. I listened to the audio you just played and I felt like, well, thank God it's just personal, he has issues
against you, and those are things I'll come in maybe later, but let me read some few messages because we've had a lot of them in my main kind kakra. I'll then pick your thoughts on them and then we deal with that angle about tribalism. He alleges baby brainwash or more and all of that. I believe you heard that in the tape. But let me read some few messages and then I will come back to those issues. Ekosiisen many Greater Accra Regional Chairman and AD and Komo Ewo Studio we say Obi. Talking of MPs who did not attend meetings, Sarah Adjoa-Safo is number 1 on the list. She never attended any meeting called by the region. The only time she attended a meeting was when she was coming for her vetting at the regional office. Chairman,
Me to me, can say I saw her during the vetting.
Apart from that, all the other meetings were who know.
Even calls, myself as a regional chairman, even calls. When we were launching her campaign,
yes.
Even when we're launching her campaign in her own constituency, calls keke. You one but attend the crap or fine. Just pick our calls and tell us, even picking the call was a problem.
Obi, please, can you ask Chairman why some non-executives were made to handle money? Example, as will be the Seji Saji, a director at NADMO, was empowered against the regional secretary, John Okai, Tema Central. Chairman,
was empowered against the regional...
Saji.
Yes.
Was on a moody scanning in Aman, regional secretary.
Seji Saji. I think all cancer no.
Yeah, see a friend of John Okai or Tema Central.
Oh, Penny, we say any
Hey.
Scott Bain, which
now
one?
Saji no play a role in the campaign.
He was part of the campaign team, and it's your friend saying the regional secretary. You know, in our arrangement,
yes,
the regional secretary is more like the head of operations. What you say? And I ensure that thing worked to perfection. You understand me?
Okay.
George Okai you say what?
John Okai.
No. That cannot be true.
Okay. We say Obi. And messages no. Okay. Obi. Now you understand why I have always cautioned to beware of the dangers of a single story. FM. Last week, when the story started brewing, I cautioned Hobson not to tread that path, but he doubled down on it. Again, I would caution taking everything Divine is saying as the gospel. But having heard from both sides, some of us aren't looking at who is telling the truth, but looking at how it could become a hurdle for the NPP in the region. Politics isn't about talking, but more of being strategic. Starsky is in New York. Chairman Divine Agohom is not and cannot be the reason why the NPP lost some 7 seats in Greater Accra. People must stop the wholesale argument and tackle the issues realistically. Regional chairmen, as we know, crack their brains to develop strategies and directives for the effective administration of the party. As Chairman Divine has said, there were some MPs or PCs who felt too big to honor common meetings of the executives. They wouldn't even cooperate with Professor Mike Okwe-led Reconciliation Committee. You show this level of insubordination, go into an election and get defeated, and you turn around to blame the chairman? Amazing convictions. No amount of mudslinging, backbiting, and open hatred against Divine will succeed. Hashtag maintain Divine to break the 8. Say Obama is in Pokwase and on the way a brain. Obi, I was equally shocked when I got to know the kind of financial assistance the then MC for Kpong Katamanso gave to Hobson Adoye, and yet the picture was portrayed as though nothing happened. Senior, despite the several setbacks, sabotage, and conspiracy theories against the then Amasaman parliamentary candidate and now MP, he remained resolute in his quest to win the seat, and with guidance and support from Chairman Divine, won the seat for the party decisively. This goes to show how a determined candidate wins elections regardless of his or her challenges. Opeimu wojome edie eni. Obi, we can only win Crowo seat with Engineer Odai Lai and no one else. Crowo seat near Engineer as MP near Abele Nungwa. Obi, I am happy all these internal rifts are popping up now so that we'll resolve them early before we go into the national elections. But for the love of the great elephant party, I pray for cool heads to prevail across the party. Kwesi Reynolds is in Agona or Dobin. This one says,
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
And Namuraba, thank you for all your kind words. Obi, I disagree with our chairman. MCE Solo didn't do anything to help Hobson. He rather called people to vote skirt and blouse against Hobson Adoye. And if chairman is defending this man, I think we have to change this chairman. Great Amos, they are on the Diaba Eni. Where say Obi, tell my brother I go home to relax. He should not get his blood pressure up. Chairman Adekoka and on the way. Chairman Adekoka. Chairman, good evening to you. Obi, Chairman Divine is a divine intervention for NPP Greater Accra region. His role as regional chairman played a pivotal role in the 2020 elections. In the process of breaking the 8, he cannot be left out. He is so strategic and a unifier. Chairman Twasosa, Master Planner Junior, is in Kintampo. Okay. Hello, Obi. I am Alhaji Gomez. Please, Greater Accra will still maintain Chairman Divine. He would revenge on the losing seat and add more. And or the question be to about that question here for now.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Oh, good. Okay. In the chairman, me Pastor Ebenezer and who are Kese, unino. Or say what shall. PIWC Dansoman pastor and was in Ninia and yes into Ochialpa. We say ask him about Sege. Remember, he was the candidate in 2016. It rumored he did not support the NPP parliamentary candidate who was a lady. Chairman, we have a direct question to you because Sege your constituency.
Okay.
Who work here against Mupisi?
How can that be? Sege. Am I supposed to?
You on air. Yeah.
All right, me that say. Sege, look at the results. It's about a week ago. You go confirm me president no nominee. Yeah, Pacho na pro NDC assembly members no and boy. Me call MP no hono. The kind say 2020 campaign me be yetiano no. Me yes me na contest it twice that. The current MP for Sege 2020 campaign me be ye editiano e was Sege no e ade bako amaya aye ne ya that he finds it difficult to let go and he say wanya opportunity amaba
FM
obeka kire mi ankasa direct me kai 2016 elections na mini now our president, His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo, bon komo meeting kemo aye bon komo. And I say, oh, Divine, e be no be catch say 1 year campaign mamio. I'm say, oh, na say also opponents and only if na out hasre no sre say sa obi ha so opponent. It means of say I have opponents. All the time they also try to, undermine whatever I do. The young lady who stood on our ticket the last time, who called me an uncle. Unfortunately, she emerged from a camp that is opposed to me.
To you.
Yeah, okay. So whatever I did to help, if I had not intervened, I was so sure we were going to win Segesi. I just told you we were going to win Segesi. That was in my calculation. But unfortunately, no. Uncle Basa.
That difference, you're saying?
Oh, just little. We are around 2,000. The difference between us and NDC, the difference currently, the parliamentary is 1,790.
Okay.
So we are that close, and it's on high target.
You can still win.
Oh, of course, yes. Mami Chama Degoka. Me hu na che yesi watu kwan obadia oma ye hu no. Thursday me here conference I'll be glad to see him there. Yeah, somebody said that the thing is becoming, well, of course, I apologize to your listeners. Me kasana min tiemwa it doesn't flow well until let's just overlook that. With the
but this is a question I have to ask you. Obi, please ask Chairman Divine if Honorable Ebenezer Nina Nati and myself did not support him through his campaign and as a regional chairman, Fuseini Issa, former Okaikwe North MP, Semi Musao, say, did you not get the support of him and Ebenezer Nina Nati when you stood to become regional chairman?
Did I not get...
Earlier, you made the point, say, who contested for regional chairmanship, no? Almost all the 21 MPs at the time.
I'm so happy you just repeated exactly what I said. And that is exactly what I said. Almost doesn't mean all. I can't be here be saying, Kujo supported me, Kwame didn't support me. I said the leadership of the caucus then came out openly
against you.
Exactly. So if some of them who were my friends supported me, silently, I don't think he's expecting me to come here and say which will sound a betrayer to the caucus.
But Ebenezer Nina Nate and Hussein Issa supported.
These are my people, and you should let him know if he's listening to us. You should expect me to be saying these things here. Nyama mikika wo hakra bibre nyama situation na force me. Otherwise he knows I've been absorbing these things. I keep it to myself. But baby I do know. Somebody will come on air and say all these things are obia air. You have the opportunity. You say just a little to kind of get people to understand this behavior. Me king. No for saying say far ahead. I think 2019 when we had a national conference or trade fair where the whole party, His Excellency the President was there, former President, all the kind of challenges we were facing and what would come out of that. I saw it coming. If you have record of the 2019 year national conference, you see, I saw this thing coming and I said it at that time. But said the opposition. It was enya sebi niamasiko. Ye wo abenmu a it was enya niamasiko. And we just need to some of these things, use it. For me, I think that these are internal issues and can we just handle it at our level. But once these things have come openly, my studio hands so it will be difficult to entirely, keep everything to myself. Those that I can, manage to say, na makaka kaka or abonti. So for saying yes, if you want me to say it openly, then you won't also mean that when all said they were not supporting me, you supported me. Oh no, Ebenezer and cancer height. And
this is what I'll do now. My NCA way Emrayaba, there are a lot of messages here. I was a chairman a year no, and some. Then we go to the second part of Hobson's issue about tribalism in Greater Accra, and he makes the point, say, as in Greater Accra, and Kainina pushy for position be as free young farmer any other, and he says, chairman a campaign cophobia indoctrinating them and all of that. After this short break, we get into those issues. Stay with us.
That was so macho. Madi Mira. Yana udisa. Hey, na malaria na fahia mutu awaria momonia jisano.
Adom malakio mesha ewe malaria ent na yesunchu.
Yakwaya test ebiwo mu pe enye num adom malakio mixture. Eni gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo shim yenyina ho atoye ntam kura. Na adom natural tonic a esisi he nsu ye.
Adom natural tonic nso yenum to ya yentimi nidie eno na yanum bie didi a ye ho tan sa no.
Adom natural tonic menya ni mia na mentimi nidie menum bie bono me taisa mo hwa efe pa ene ya mepe bia
Asempa FM
penfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne kwada wo ni fie dunsia nka ho e wo pharmacies chemical ne herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite there to International School 024 2223 555
FDA ahwehwe sa ejedien krato emu age atum se eye
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie Samsung nie Nokia nie iPhone nie say your printers or mobile phone accessories Franco Trading Enterprise afa no one TV aye this satellite any ultra panels abomuma
Facebook say Franco Trading Enterprise page na say likes number 100,000 ayo mo eni omunidwa so na www.francotrading.com Android app aye Franco Trading Instagram aye @Franco Trading na nipa body for dosunti Franco e di momo pay code number 189480.
Your branches on the Bebre Wagana baby, Nemum, head office on the Twaya Dabraka, opposite Roxy Cinema.
Tema, Franco Community 1, Waterworks, Nedianimere, Cycle, opposite Authorize, Madina, 100 meters away from the police station. Kaswa, Franco, opposite Kaswa Polyclinic.
And our prayer number is 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise.
Still, phone Papa Fie.
And you're not going.
Wow.
Aha.
Adania Brochire.
Global lighting for lights. Any home accessories for panel from Sunu. We're providing lighting solutions for Ghana more than 20 years. We're going to pay no environment at a sign for fair. Europe Niema, the highest standard in terms of quality. Ceiling lights, outdoor lights, chandeliers, wall lights, compound lights, LED panels, spotlights, braces and surface, switch and sockets, wiring cables, and the Kekahua, electricians, and the contractors at the year one projects no will free global light.
When are your friend ultra modern?
Papa B, street lights nipples now, water one near ma, was sunny ama with technical advice and after sales service. Sprintex 027 900 3066 on the textbook market anymore. Osu Ari, a man phone flash 0302 769 382. One in my coffee house in the Division and the Kumasi 0278 744 886. One in Palace Mall and the Division Santas runabout.
Global lighting.
And Kania Pahifi. That was so macho, Madi
Mira. Diana Udisa.
Hey, na malaria na fahia mutu awaria momonia disano.
Adum malakio mesha ewo malaria ent na yeso nchew.
Ye kwa test e biwo mu pe anye num adum malakio mixture. Ani gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo hwim ye nyina ho atoye ntam kura. Na adum natural tonic a esisi ha yisu ye.
Adum natural tonic nso. Ye num to ya ye ntimi nidie. Eno na ya num bie didi a ye ho tayen sa no.
Adum natural tonic. Menye ni na mintimini die menum bie bono me taisa mo hwa efe pa ene ya mepe biato ni nyina apemfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne kwada wo ni fie dunsi anka ho e wo pharmacies chemical ne herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite there to international school from 024 2223 555
FDA ahwehwe sa ejedi enkrato emu age atum se eye
Afrishiapo afrishiapa afia twamfete abompempa betu yembiu Ojura afia no ahia bio every 11th October coming 17th October okapman betu ojura joda edumfu ni abrafo bekọ akobo kwan ekoye de no matra kan e ya mamprobi brada no pa krudi fo be ya amane apai ode foforo na no bekọ amamprobi akoye amane akofo ojura abo okapehine ahemfi ukuda okapman besu akai na no ma afenu mu wokọ wonsumanchi yawda yokapman adidida na obeya amane akonsori mu akoma na no maduan yawda nara evi anopa lonsia kosi nonkrongo beko health work akotre wonkom ni fida no anopa no otwikosi nondu no beko akoduadua nua wo magnim fida no ara dwumadi ahoro bi ti say ice creaming big soccer osade soccer tournament inter school quiz competition Mr. and Mrs. Okapman ede ne ekeka memre da wode dwumadi bi ti say basketball competition weightlifting phantom from asanwa you can see betu aso consider no Okapman ne manfo beko akoda nyame ase na wo fi asore ba wode dwumadi bi ti say big soccer nkabom street champs e wa abananim na nwumre no otwe kopim duba akono wode akuturu bo akansi ahyehye so dwumadi asɛmti a ɛda so ne sɛ yenam yenamane ne amamre kwan so Okapman bom so man bi akon Okapman ne osiade akwasi akufu a otoso abiesa akufu sabrin pomkuku abene ananse owo apem osukroni a wa ho fedru na akwase bosompra na oni akremoni abrempom na edi asi ka ho sɛ bri koto brija ne manfu so mo mafresiapo mfingu mu mfeso akwahosan openya nkomu ahoden nko na batape man nko na batadi ntu apenti mfindu nsin de be kukuria no mosi muti ase no de sika kokoro de de achichiro Okapman ye krabehwe Okapman ti ase
Adum 106.3 FM Asempa 94.7 FM Adum TV and Okapman enebo Ojura 2021 hoka
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumedie ena wasogo so a utie no it's getting really interesting on our show. Okay, into Chairman Adoke Kasamin Kanjo said he's still in the UK. Into Bomode in a friend. It was Uria friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's still in the UK. Oma Emma Medui. This one says, it is on record that one of the junior brothers of the chairman was at Sege on the eve of the general elections, sharing monies to NPP loyalists to vote against the party's candidate, Eunice Lassie, who celebrates her birthday today. The reason for doing that is he didn't want the lady to win the seat to outshine him, since he could not do that. And Chairman, another allegation coming through. This time, I must say, who went to me and win seat no Sege. In the now one person or Barnes be winning no about Bejo shine. Are they went to me and
can I react?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is not true.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
I gave money to my kid brother, and I gave that money to my kid brother in the presence of the candidate herself. How much was it? 1,000 cedis, and I gave 2,000 cedis to the lady herself right there. You know, normally when you come to baby by police, and people say, "Oh, chama." Yeah. So I gave money to my kid brother. Seth Agom is the name. I gave Charlie. You know, I'm going. And I gave. That was all the money in me. On me, sorry. So I gave 1,000 cedis to Seth to do that one, and I gave the 2,000 to the candidate herself right there. But you know, our place is an NDC stronghold. Do you understand? Yeah. So whatever he might, so to convince people to vote 1,000 cedis, what is he going to do with that one? And they decided to play mischief with it. This one is onto them. A seat that if we win, I would not be sitting here. People will say that you lost it, you did this and did that. Why? I mean, just think through that. Just let that one go.
Let me do this and then I come back. Some 46 minutes after 5, Ekosiisen, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NPP Canadian Community, the Divine Otu. I go home and you know aiding come. But joining us on the phone line,
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Nidia ba up in our discussions, and he would want the opportunity to put in some few reactions. Hopes and Yaovi Adoye. Hopes and Akwaba upon to saying. Okay. Now also was some quick inputs to make me into you.
Great. Niedika Mincha, my regional chairman.
Ojoso.
Divine Abohum.
Ojoso.
Na a chief for 18 now. Now, I mean, set some record straight. Some of the issues now walk about me, no, and you know, number one, what because of time, you know, me to Chason. The worker say me throw petition and your frame or Jubilee House na me name say or no baba hono. Okay, I am interested in your man. Me call, you know, no one can allude to the fact is there was a division between the constituency and the MCA. Me call here, me try my best, which the constituency will bear me out, the executives, no. And now, politicians there, it's about majority. And it's 17 people against one person. And do you want me to align myself to one person against 17 people? No. It is what's one call in a year, many 17, no, you because you better everyone, you do 70 then you are so on it, you know. We are aware, many divide for under NDC to need a catcher say, MC, you know, a sponsor NDC candidate, you know. This is the This is the and you are sitting there accusing me again. Campaign a media open Katamaso. Obi. They say Greater Accra. I mean, Obi Abekase, cow more thing, a year campaign of Chromatia. What do you mean film? I don't know how. Sad to bring out tonight, say issue no, walk a cabo, Mammy Treno. After 1 month, 2 weeks, near Papa Twaba. MC Economic Market, I was in. And a month for free, and no more free. At the point, we go to 2 for your candidate store to move. COVID-19. President Imposter Yama relief, Mama for going to attack the Binadiade. Now MCE to 2 stores to move. Never go market, you know. And I be saying, as a Subuache text message say, things are getting out of hand. Now, the AC, text message, you know, quiet, no. Fortunately, now when the president is coming, and what kind of the chair, Papa, no. And the president catcher say, one for you, no one near entrance. The encaster. And you go see, Yeka in presence of Asensu. What did that say? NDC Penina Yekano. What catch you say? Papa will answer NDC candidate. That was the hey, what evidence? I'm not sure to do any evidence. Now the pardon the catch so yet, you know. Send your way in about become. Hey, and campaign. Me child might say, we just have no family. I mean, my age. Obi, the way that we see Pesica running campaign. Any other. That child my family say, home say, brother, Pesica, Messemengo. And I don't mind that baby. Hey, say, Sikaba, Sosa, a free baby, I say, oh. Monjina Mofama candidate, you know, on one occasion, and a regional chairman friend say, my name is Chairman, I'm ready fee, and you call the fee. Aside that, you know, Sikabia what chair biano, me one friend da. God is my witness. Every on friend chairman, and the secretary, Roman Regis Canava. Check Constituency chairman, or Mopa Monfreno. Monfren in Bitano. I don't know person did wrong. You see, some of these things, you know, I have emotional maturity. I very key. So, you know, may try my best to say, oh dear, when you're chairman, I will give him that. But the truth of the matter is, young the Quebia NCA, me, Matan Obi, may say, we still need a formidable chairman for Greater Accra. What you there? And some of you guys can win now, okay? May for 1 good year. My now 1 day and that 4 hours a prada. Be just one partner, any other. Now for you to know, say, will be aquacoto, Samoa be Google. Why say no bad no be back no 50 Ghana. Do I say Aquato Abama before the next Poma you cromini? Why do you cromini? And then this candidate. Now Yatia, what's it immediately? That time I made audio no. The Council of Elders Chairman was there. Most of the executives were there. We were in the campaign office. And near the meeting. And of course, some of them were receiving it. So, yes, okay. And the Mamania audio platform. So now, we say, Matia, Obeyaji, and a beer audio number. Divide the America and the transfer Mapia or the moment teaching. Yeah. What is it? The chairman, what the candidate echo elections. What is Suba will go away then or winning? Obi, check it 2016 elections. The difference between MPP parliamentary candidates and then MPP presidential candidate. It was just 35 votes. 2020, the difference between MPP parliamentary candidate and MPP presidential candidate, 2,074. That should tell you, say, Major Memo Ayaduma, what are there? Will be our no officer MPP, one per MPP grano. We don't know extra so Ayadine, edit Waba. And you want to be metro anti cat no. What is solo mammy can sign? Men need to that. Say solo emphasis can't be some that. Me agata, me call papa no go straight cat. Me call weekends program, me jeska. First time, wa mammy sikaba ko 3 times. Nini na 1,000 cedis each. 3,000 tika. Me gata Jessica. And I mean go gata I was say Obama me 50 liters of fuel every week. Now you can say media campaign no. The extent of campaign Mr. Executive be the every 2 days he be a fill tank. Now me tank you know 84 liters another fill tank. 84 liters. Or maybe 50 liters in a week. No problem. Why are there masom? Me say apart from that, be success covering and the papa ne dia mame I will not define. When you say papa no edit kamame. I will be say what is the canning your man? Get a surrounding me. No, I regret my Mr. With the due respect. Mr. Say, oh, can't say more. Men can you with him. Me pass to be say, I have a quaho. A brain answer ye. Eti min kika isimbi. Metu me watch boko. Min quietly. Na at a perfect time, ya December 12. Now, we know what we are doing. No, make campaign and running. You know, what is that campaign to do? Eh? What will make his statement? And the candidates from one be praying. Will be able to who? Make a mama me who? Let them this come to Babama. Let that man. Let me this come. Let's say mama me who? So on yet, you know. It is a routine. That's all this time over time. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Open piano, Ubetimaka. Okay, Obi. Me say, campaign a yekoye,
Hobson. You just made an interesting point, sir.
Yeah.
When Kohu chairman, because now we need car, whatever call command. What does that mean? I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, everyone Macano, Messena Minister,
now we need car saying, I don't know what you're saying.
Messe, Macama, say, Mena Minister, Wakuno, Manquanguno.
Now, who is on your day? Who is on your day?
That's what makes it said, when I go be what?
One statement. I think that's what he said. I don't think that's what he said. The kind say Onyesika crown or person or the boa campaigner or
Obi.
I think that's what he said.
Come any divine Asempa America. That statement was not on Asempa FM.
No.
They made a statement to one of my executives.
But how do we verify that? Hobson, how do we verify that?
How do you verify it?
No, send you over here. I'm
some of the may MC how do you verify it?
No, but you have also admitted, sir, MC in him some form of support.
Yes, support. I don't have weekend, but Obi. Campaign me in the week. What get you? Weekend you grab Makwa ye keke. The kwa ye be se 4 hours. The tia more than the because the ye be amiko bi adam born to 1,000. What 3,000 now the man no. Men ka say yeska. 50 liters of fuel no. One man up to send nanu waka no. Me say 4 months to elections. My give fuel would go because we know be go sponsor me fuel. It's there. Records are there. Records are there. What will you do? Actually, any draw. Media,
and your fair so Becca say, Obi ditro. Hold on.
We are talking about credibility here. What are they?
Yes.
Say, Myanmar, MC, you know, the Meno, the Yamushino, the whole data, 3,000 Ghana cities.
The whole campaign, MC in them are just 3,000 Ghana.
3,000. Me as a candidate, 3,000 cities.
Really?
And get 1,000, 3 times. Divide civil war. And they continue to say about Mr. You should say it. Let me respond. And that's what you want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chairman Divine. Yes.
MC or Council no senior or no pese or canon. Natie. I never said the time we went there, the time I'm many executives, myself, my first vice, Saji was there, my secretary was there, Auntie Mabel, now on one case with the executives, no. It was at that place that Solo was telling us, MC, what he was doing to support him. He told us,
in the presence of all of you.
Apart from
hold on, just let him finish. Now very clean discussion, right?
So we can go ahead.
Yes,
very good. And I was shocked. In fact, all of us there, we were shocked. We were looking at Rafi because the impression we got was that he was not supporting him. So when we got the impression, say, so contrary to that, he was supporting you. So I even made a statement, say, no, say, son identity, we have all been candidates before. Yeah, 3 of us are here, we're trying to solve the problem. No, we've all been candidates before. Myself, Seji Saji, Ajay Tavia, and we all of them say, we've not experienced that thing before. Asema Onukai and say, and say, I should go and be candidate in the time the party was in opposition. That's what I said. Number 2, you call Asenso Honu. Me, I didn't even know time my FM say, I didn't know Asembi Naba or Nusu Bebabi. So myself, when I got to the place, he was also there. I'm sure he was also not expecting that I'll be coming there because I didn't know the entire friend. So I also not expecting whatever the case I was not even privy to that. I didn't know that one. So when as also ask MC no questions obisa or no. What I also know Amika no or no Hobson wo say he's on the line. What Asenso said was that Hobson asama wo be country e say eje no na he was right there.
He was right there.
The other thing
don't try to be smart.
Hobson, hold on.
Don't try to be smart.
Hobson, relax. Chairman, Hobson makes the point, what you call substantial support from the MC, was not substantial after all. Say, on just 3,000 Ghana's days. How can that be?
And then Amaka will say, BT has a CIA because this issue, no, only Solo or yeah candidate MCA, no, they have been bantering on radio all the time. Whatever details Solo has given him, no, me, I will not I'm making specific reference to meetings. Yeah, or no hopes in so or war. And he must understand, say, Mamba Betraha Eka no hopes in Asemu. Or no Nodika Baha, maybe by I also came for my interview. Questions that I was asked, no, they won't answer to me, Manu. And to Asemu, he said, say, and yet or no NOC. Miminko contested at the time when the party was in opposition. This was said after Solo made us aware in his presence. Help our audio manu. In fact, even the money to all can say every week or man 1,000 yadi or no hope Sankasapo no kayo and just Solo or no hope Sankasapo no kayo in the presence of everybody.
Say 1,000 not the man.
So the man every week. And also man of food and all these things. So if after that, at the time he said this, if after that Solo didn't give him any money again, I wouldn't know. That's what the reference I'm making to.
Chairman, I mean Hobson, you know, corner and twas. Hobson,
Obi, let's say emotional maturity is very key. My okay. Ekosiise every week, Solo Mama 1,000. Correct, no. The catcher would say, my corner order. On 3 occasions, I know I'm a miska. Need you now 1,000 cities, and make it 3,000. Anna, Yapoko Transfer, so hey, Mr. Pastor, Constituency Chairman, Constituency Secretary, to the youth organizer, Obia Pebiano, Freno, Oba Asempa Chairman, Oba. Solo and can't be Biase, what the Sikabi Mami, and I say, one can't see what you okay, and he said, why, yes, every week, Biano, Obama 50 liters or 4. I don't can now what can say or Sikana
chairman said one how can you one can solo the car for Mosca one how the two Mosca
me say what do the major to but the walk or hold with me can be in at no bois memoano and okay say yeah babe go close to the you can say elections now Obe mobilize this car. That's the time you bring his car. Mr. Constituency Executive, say, Ama, on the channel. I don't want to change. Okay? Chairman should be straightforward. I'm on for 8 years. Now, they will take a decision. Sasa we are working with hey, my constituency for the 8 years, they will be offended because they were all present. So on the channel. As someone walk as a meme catcher, they say, and ya made me fall to local cash. Yes. Asempa FM. Besides, I didn't know or no as a regional chairman. If you have minister, you are saying so. Oh, woman, now me found the region, and I see you will be watching Boame Academy. Any MPP ni Abemwa will you go there? Let's say MC to hold on. Now, Casamwa. Chairman was frank. He said, "Hoping one case I would open the cock test here. A party in a force. MCE is not obliged to support you in any cash monetary form. Any other. You poor yape, and I'm afraid executive in Atana. And I'm catching say, Women prosecute this campaign as we are in opposition. My young fire need to be also call any of them, they will tell you. What you want to what person or man has them yes sweet, what you could go to know. It will not change anything. It will not change anything. Me as a person, near what you can now, Matino. Abama bohu kakra so de je no abama bohu kakra eti me say me share na me no di nkomo a me careful me ko me kakra wa hu de je no ana me ma make me intentions clear and I will go by that say obeka tete okay obi me pese me ka sembi we are on radio okay me drop bomb bi an ko no ga do jimi sorry for studio
Hobson
me say we are on radio e can me drop bomb bi a say Obi, Mami fa we 2016 your candidate the total vote na yes saying ana ekokosi saying yes and the difference that was 3,500 between MPP and DC say apostle but OSHA 2016 the difference between MPP parliamentary candidate and MPP presidential candidate it was 35 over 2020 the difference between MPP parliamentary candidate and then MPP presidential candidate is 2,074. Obi, manko constituency no manko ankoda. Because and everybody saw it. Why you say every region for say one more allocating for. Me say regional chairman say one no never fa Ponkatamanso because Ponkatamanso and the project. Beside say ya friend no anka say on grader that will feed the rules and my be 3-4 days ana Ponkatamanso assembly I will grade that you want MC so one regime yan fa jaduma obi free ningo pram anata sha osudoku no oba be han grader no eye aduma ya kasa se mo nyina che no wose wo try to benya grader mayen grader na ma ya to abawie obi se metu kwaso keke no mo to abamayen ya gwangotwi angwagota kwa na so ya to abanu wie ya 3 weeks pepepe na grader na mkrom na e twakwan. What is the meaning of that? You see me ya to abana wie me ya make nyina de say me die I want us to maintain power in 2024. Now maintaining power in 2024 no you cannot take away Greater Accra. So that is a shame was starting there. Said was starting there near Yadanasepa.
But Hobson, you agree, Mebacho, you agree, sir. You were here last week and made some allegations against him. Were you expecting
Obi?
Hold on. You made some claims against him. Were you expecting Zanko react here?
Oh, Oba react here. Sa issue na ba no. Obi wouldn't na wuti akonya so. One interview will be from Teshi. Obi one interview will be from Teshi. What can I say about the guy? On the travel line, okay. Okay.
Yes, Mekai.
That was the premise of our discussion.
I know, yes, I know.
What are you talking about?
No, sir, based on that, no.
When you're regional chairman, that's all very responsible. This is the way you should go. Oh, we are ready, bow.
Hobson, Bibiania, I'll come back to you. Yeah, that's it. Inti Hobson Adoye. And yetin and Kano Ekosiisen Sony Asempa 94.7 FM 7 minutes after 6. And more messages people in the air banner. I'll come back and have time for the messages. But Chairman, yes, I know you have some few reactions to make. Nafi Yemra, this thing tribal thing idea, no. It's something that has been coming up every now and then. It was how we responded to.
All right.
Is there something Hobson said? My bad tribal.
Oh, I can't be. I've said it. Me from the beginning. Yeah. Say I can't be doing this. With my
parliamentary candidate
or potential parliamentary candidate. Yeah. I was compelled, and I said it repeatedly. I was compelled to react to questions that would be me in reference to Nisema or Kikaye. I have listened to the audio. Now, Asema, a question I would be saying had nothing to do with me, my chairmanship, or my person. He decided to go on that tangent. And the audio is there. He decided to do his own campaign for whoever he wants to become the regional chairman. That is his beef. But if I'm sitting here, now what Becky can say, now say, and yes, you expect the Okika, I don't know which of some of my car, and you say, at the time you told me in a meeting, say, Nipano Ma will say. And I said, because the impression we got was that he was not doing any of these things. They say, I want to become a young who said, say, you even added petrol. Also, on one and meeting in our line. Also, says, that's it. Then it means that what the guy was doing at the time, no other MC was doing that. We were managing the region. We have the records of what is going on. And my position had been, say, please, whatever it is, you manage the situation because they were fighting before you came. You didn't start the fight. So don't come and inherit Ubini baggage you'll be because we will be called election. That's it. Let's rest that one there. Then he's talking about tribalism. Okay, first of all, he said, I told somebody, say, or Numbambe Humi, and he will not come and see me because he has no money to give me. Well, I don't know what he's trying to impugn, but no single candidate gave me 1 cedi. I'm not the type who will do that one. I believe he knows the person he's talking about. I'm not the person who will go and be taking money from anybody. Not at all. In fact, my candidates would rather say, I go around looking for money to support my candidates. It is never the case that I will go. I mean, so that one should be clear on record. Then he talks about tribalism.
The thing about tribalism is in the region, there seem to be a scheme. Say, when there are positions available, for example, say MCE position and a ewohwa, you see, assume say an obenti and young cranny. Inti enyadia yedebemano, and it is something people allege say you as regional chairman no and a pushy that agenda.
Oh, how can that be? Yeah, Kasei Onu Hobson. He's been around and on himself. Mikroya, they have always effort lejukuku candidates here. Yeah, did him attempt say Makofa non-ga. Eddie be imposing on a Ga-dominated municipality.
Mordecai Kwashi
is not a Ga. It is all because me. I mean, why would he bring me into this? Say Mordecai Kwashi in Kreni and all kinds of apua and the metias here. But Mordecai in question onyen Kreni, and he knows very well. Say. Yeah, did him attempt, even when the name had not yet been mentioned by His Excellency the President, say, I am seeking to impose a non-Ga on a constituency and a municipality, predominantly Ga indigenous community.
Yes.
And for what reason would I really don't see it here? Is this saying that I am playing a Ga card or I'm playing a non-Ga card? I really don't understand. Then come to look at MMDC's selecting who show move one by one. Let's look at it. When you go to a constituency like Ablekuma West, George Bray, Sonyan Kreni, you go to Ablekuma North, Yenya Bella, Onyen Kreni, you go to Ashaman, Onyen Kreni, Abetochim, you go to Ayawasu East, Obako Konu, Hajasama, Onyen Kreni, Ayawasu West, Sandra, Onyen Kreni, you go to Ayawasu North, MZ, Mohamed Zakaria, Onyen Kreni. I mean, I can give you all the names. Go to Gan Central, go to Medina, go to Lejokuku in this case, go to Wejagbawi, go to Ghana. All these people are not Gans. Greater Accra, it can afford the whole Ghana, you bet your padia. It can afford your beer, Omujia, whole chain, because I have a year, the nation's capital. Yenya Ahana Yawo, Obia and Pamobia. Do you understand? But it is only fair, say, some areas, it is only fair. So if they are making, say, demand, say, I think it is a legitimate issue, and I believe His Excellency the President, in taking this decision, he will consider all this. MMDC positions. So the so-called tribalism, everything, me, I don't understand it. Unless it is to he is talking about, okay, so I'm doing tribalism. So he's going to promote, he's going to support a candidate against me. The candidate that he's going to support is not a guy. Is that what it means? The candidate he claims he's promoting, that person is not a guy. If anything at all, somebody can say, me can say, some people they me adeni. And yes, sir. And this issue of tribalism in our politics there, it doesn't come anywhere near if the president himself, in his wisdom, was selecting Mordecai Kwashi. So uncle ye MCA Lejokoko. Just say you can, if you listen carefully to the audio. I mean, it is like he came here with a mind to kind of promote his agenda, a candidate that he wants because he thinks he has personal issues against me. Well, if that's it, then that is fine. We can understand it that way. But to be bringing it in to say that I am doing tribalism, me the Krofakoshe, me cross you today, and brainwash them to come and do tribalism or what? I'm not getting it. Let me. I don't know when I will host you. You can help me.
Let me hear what a former MP who says he has a quick point to make also has to say. Honorable Titus Glover, a former MP. That my more full name, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, former MP, yes, Tema East Constituency. Honorable Akwaba, Ekosiisen On Asempa. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. We too much. We brutal. Me Judi Basa. Me bacho. Ma mintie dia also wo edema ya nyumre.
Me dikai. Ma me bomb original chairman baso. The way he has comported himself in his delivery. I do maybe a judgment. I shall not will look also. An interest will go through. But sometimes the question is not what the people know. Then man, I am charged. First of all, let's say many are Yawi. When you're not the trade. The Juma, you see the dear Kumachi. Why should I could be Mr. It is better to be in power than to be in a position, because more power, even though we never won our seats, so we can walk into these offices and be here to say, that you might get your money. In the Mr. We certainly be not a officer confidence. Fast forward.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
If you question, we say you're 21 seats and what is the other 14. Let me say it on authority. Our regional chairman should not be held responsible for that thing. Soon bind some actions and some things that we did in our constituency against our pieces. And then our constituency. I know time and number and the regional chairman interceded in Tebayi to really resolve some of these problems. And I don't have that for him on countless times. But I can't call. And the cassette and your multi and the swati from 21 and the other 14. Many times of going yes, and you're buying, and you're constituency. And to the devil you know is better than angel you don't know. It's an opportunity that you have one. I'm a sad 7 seats now, you're 3 years. You have one, and the part of one of the Yamadi candidate. We can get our seat back. For me, that is my belief. President Akufa, of course, 2008.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Of course, 2012, Minsanka. Meaning, actually, no, you get to me, or no, I have looked up your mouth. After all, mistake you can't boom here, and you do. Okay, 2016. The treasure chairman divine, and to me, to go and bring back these 7 seats. It is our duty to support him, to make sure, say, we could not I think some media call, if a call, we are country,
yes.
And for me, I'm for him. I've told him. Or can I say, if anything, at the time on Urban, not regional caucus. I was the chairman of the regional caucus. And the question is support. But so long as obey a chairman or a job, it was here in the and as of now, he's still a chairman. We must accord him that respect and the recognition. I'm the Jumano or I am no Ediamano. But there's no consistent person, we are tune also, we are uniform. Who else can do that? It's a mystery. Chairman, Bibina, I have said, young Ioma, ever fumo, you had a fumo fatay, the Kayan in a boom, and the GD party, and not doing 2024. We break the 8 and we claim back us.
Honorable Yansuya Dasepanya Minshraw. Into that, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover with some very, very, very huge endorsement for the chairman away in studio. But let's see what the other members of the party also have to say. Loads and loads of messages. But I'll start with this one from Dr. Bernard Okoboy, Osi Obi. Lejokuku results, parliamentary, NPP 54,072, NDC 55,938. Note, the difference is less than 2,000 votes. Presidential, NPP 50,538, NDC 59,096. Difference is 9,000 votes. In Lejokuku, the NDC strength is high. Even in 2016, when I won, JM won by some 2,000 votes difference. Yet parliamentary was won by my modest self. It was skirt and blouse then. Same thing happened in 2020. Skirt and blouse. Obi, ask chairman. Okay, we say Crowell lost to the NDC because of Chairman Divine. Honorable Afolekwe Elizabeth worked hard as MP and Fisheries Minister, but Chairman Divine caused her defeat. Ni anan ewo nungwa ne dia odiaba eni. Okay, let me see. Good evening, Obi. Come and see how deplorable the Temakbong industrial and economic road is, and you would appreciate why these Hobson and Solomon Apia issues are not anything to us. Amansie badanso abiam nediwe abrayen. We say Obi, I personally remember majority of the youth of the Kpong Katamanso constituency called Hobson to ask him how they could help, but till date he never responded. Kindly ask him what he did about the youth. He should do his homework well before he blames others. But we are maintaining Divine to break the 8. May Brit Okran. May Brit Okran. My name say first name May Brito. Okay, I think it's a compound name. May Brit Okran and on the way Abba. Thank you. We say Obi, truth be told. Hobson's attitude even sometimes on your show would have made it difficult for me to vote for him, even though I don't reside in this constituency. Let's advise our brother to work on his blah blah blah. And I'm Rabba, thank you. Ma mention we say good evening, Obi. Great chairman by all standards. Your hard work and good heart towards the NPP party will lead you far. Continuity is inevitable. Don Siba, Ewo Krowo constituency. Don Siba, Krowo constituency. We say, you see how chairman is apportioning blame. A leader who apportions blame is not a good leader. We would vote him out. Sly Leslie, was Spintex. We say, good evening, Obi. Titus Glover has said it all. Let's maintain chairman to break the 8. On also dear any. Paul de Suso says, Obi, I do not intend to comment on this, but Hobson lost because he's too okay, that's not fair, and have total disrespect for his regional chairman. So Hobson just confirmed that he wanted to buy vote by fixing roads prior to elections so that he will be voted for. Interesting. Exposures from the Elephant family. Thank you. Paul de Suso is in Worcester, Massachusetts. Rich Kweku from Okaikwe Central says, I didn't know Greater Accra region has a very solid and fantastic chairman like this. Wow. No wonder he's being called upon to continue to lead the region. Obi, Amasaman constituency was one of the seats chairman targeted to win. For cooperation and respect to leadership, the seat was won. I can't say same for all the other constituencies that we lost. This chairman has done so well. We need him to be maintained. Maintain Divine to break the 8. Rich Kweku Okaikwe Central. This one says, Obi, as regional chairman, this from Eugene Eshen Elliott, the NDC constituency secretary for Clotte Corley. Osi Obi, as regional chairman, he lost Poto. The excuses will not fly. He reduced the NPP's gains from 21 to 14. They should replace him, else the NPP will lose all 34. The NPP's vote appreciated in places like Obom Domeabra and Amasaman because of conflict in the NDC front. In those constituencies, Eugene Eshen Elliott Edie Eni. I've been a student politician and I have gotten to know how tedious it is when your co-workers are not in line with your decisions. I salute your administration chairman divine Helena Tugbenyo and on the way are praying. This one says, this is Niai. Ask Chairman Divine how how he fought against Honorable Afolekwe. He teamed up with engineer and anti-party people to cause our defeat. We won't vote for him as regional chairman. Niai and anyway, but the chairman Afolekwe at the end is something you would have to respond to. Okay. Let me see. This one says Gashipon Gamanoni. Oh, okay. And the Gashipon Gamanoni must stop. Or say Afole lost because of her disrespectful behavior. Dakwa was spared because his dad was half Ga. Gashipon Gamanoni. And I say saying as a onion crania unka. Oh, okay. Obi, we are determined to maintain divine to break the 8. Evans Tete Aye, organizer for the Clote Kole constituency. And on the way. About greetings, Obi. I am happy Honorable Divine spoke well of Honorable Ebenezer Nina Nate. Honorable Eben is such a fine gentleman whose leadership style is geared towards bettering the lives of the masses. He thinks about the people and he has the party at heart. Obi, we lost the Ablekuma Central seat, especially because of the holiday, and we lost by just 203 votes. Hopefully, we shall reclaim the seat in the next elections. 2024, Eben Beba Fieron is in Mataheko, and on the way up. Let me see. Senior Obi, Lejokuku constituency wants to bring their second vice constituency chairman as MPO. Lejokuku, second vice constituency. I know you're here. Lejokuku, they say, Okoboy, and Lejokuku, the second vice constituency chairman. So, no, me panichawa Lejokuku, dear. Lejokuku, will be a mamma bonnet truck now. Dr. Okoboy, the Antomunya Botre. Let me make it short this evening. A very hard-working chairman. Let's maintain Chairman Divine as Greater Accra Regional Chairman. Jesse Boako is in Mamprobi. Okay, Obi. Some revelations day, pal. What? It's my prayer that things get on track in the region for us to break the 8. My greetings to the best regional youth organizer, Honorable Moses Abo, Honorable Sandro Usua Hinkra, MC Ayawaso West, and Collins Usua Mankwa, Barrister Danny, Greater Accra Regional TESCON Coordinator, and on the way are praying. Good afternoon, Obi. The problem with the NPP is selective hypocrisy. Mr. Hobson is campaigning for the removal of Divine as Greater Accra Regional Chair, but on the contrary, he's campaigning for the re-election of Abronye as Bono Regional Chairman. Is Hobson not aware that Abronye also lost 6 seats as Bono Regional Chairman? Abdul Hafiz is in Sunyane. Good evening, Obi. Chairman Divine is really making sense. Majority of the seats we lost had ministers and deputy ministers as species. We need to maintain Chairman Divine to break the 8. Starboy is in Amasaman. Obi, the chairman is not just some small boy. He's the owner of Standard Water. He is resourceful. I knew him when he was first vice chair. Okay, Obi nso dia ono nso dia ba no. Enti ena de mentwa messages ne so ansem e beba ha de. Ma menhwe. Okay. Good afternoon, Obi. Performance result. The two are inseparable and evident. Tell him to get his act together before 2024. Kweku Owusu is in Koforidua Nedia or no Ediaba Eni. Obi, ask Chairman Divine Otoa Home, aka C7. Or say Chairman Divine is such a loyal and workaholic regional chairman NPP has ever had in Greater Accra. His challenges since he was voted for as regional chairman 3 years ago started from the day he was sworn in. He should continue doing good for the party and posterity will be the best judges. Adrianaba Kweku Amponsa Ewo Abeka Republic. On the account of his stewardship to the delegates and party supporters, the regional chairman should tell the delegate and the party supporters that during his tenure, the NPP... okay, those are not fair allegations. Delegates will never repeat, blah, blah, blah. Richard Crapper, verified in TNTME. Emfa and Tuja. Obi Chairman Divine Agom is working and solid on the grounds. William Sangmore Edie Eni. I am Sir Clifford. Chairman Divine is the right man who can lead us break the 8. We are maintaining him as regional chairman. Okay, let's see the other ones we have here, and then we take a wrapping up comments near the Jumediana Baby. Now you see why Hobson lost woefully in Pon Katamanso, Fawaz in Amasaman, and a Busasa Semi. Until you hear the side of the tortoise story, the hunter story will always be hailed. Chairman Agom, may God bless your kind heart and professional leadership. Listening to C7, I believe he deserves another term to build this party for us, because it's not easy managing an egoistic region like Greater Accra. Farouk Tema. This one says, Titus Glover has spoken the truth. God bless him for that. What led to the NPP losing 8 seats has to do with the conduct of the parliamentary candidates themselves. They are very and also especially those that were ministers and deputy ministers. They did not know how to relate with their constituent. That's Nana Equiamwa Boating no. Somebody says that chairman did his best. He alone cannot be blamed for the loss of seat. Bad attitude of Abreye. Okay. Let me read this final one of a chairman and funny final remarks from Rani. Sorry, 32 minutes after 6. Somebody say elections, you know. When you hint of potential competitors. Because at least you are running again, right? Now when you hint of potential competitors.
What party mudie? On the Kunyano Sebi. Enye upapa dia mempo die sabi my administration no, I work with all these people. Afreboa oni me prayer menini ye adwuma.
Okay.
Archibald oni me prayer menini ye adwuma. I assigned the whole constituency to him. Domi Kwabenya. And gave him a vehicle, resourced him to work there. He did a very good job there. Your friend is saying, you know, after a boy, he was among the elders.
Contested for regional chairman.
Yeah. You know, we all work together. As I said earlier, them are regional chairman. Onuna on to me make it time and kanye hum papa. But even him, he attended our meeting once. Now meeting him for class. Now we are more I mean, everybody got involved. As I said earlier, I hear Hobson saying that he's promoting Mohamed Ajesua. Well, I've heard people say that Omaka is my friend. I mean, we belong to the same team.
Okay.
And he was a key person, an instrumental person of the regional campaign thing. He was part of us.
How would you measure up against him? Sebasa or contested?
On can say or contested me.
Okay.
I do in Crawford cancer, ni adi ni pano nyambie na no. Say you do baby na ebanesa. Then we'll discuss it at that level. As I said earlier, no. You see, myself, Ashite, Afreboy, Ajisoa, Joyce Impari, and we all belong to one. You know, block.
One tree.
One block.
Okay.
Not tree, no crowd.
Okay.
Tree, they say also.
Yeah.
Tree, no NPP, also. For me, I would have wished, say, we are able to work together in 2020. That is why because whatever it is, no, when I was not the party chairman, okay, I worked with them, even though I was a candidate in one of the constituency. I was always available, supporting them throughout. Or in terms of this is true. enti eba no say ye kasa ebe hwe no so na ya kana sa and what we did no, the person had that opportunity to make it available. And anko yes say binum ko share be no mo ye ya obi betumi akasa no de onka ho. We did the work together. Just say, well, sometimes a be sometimes do enkoye. But I also agree say at the end of the day no na we coach no. And if a basse team now winning, no matter how you played now, one winning, you'll be blamed. And I think I accept that. Somebody saying that I work with engineer against Afole. How could I have done that? I find it a bit absurd. Yes, sir. For what reason? I look. Afole would rather be somebody that me name. Engineer. I didn't even know engineer till that time. Maybe the late Oakley, Porty Afole would say, I am working against Afole. I would never do any such thing. And I don't think they have any evidence to show proof. Not at all. I didn't do that. You see, we go into each other. Yeah, my friend, is that correct? We marry this person, will marry this person. Akra Bibra. Etc. Tribalism from where? Myself as a Dangwe chairing this region after the election when I was making my appointments, we will elect 10 and then we will do 7 appointees. 7 appointees. Out of the 7, Akans, Muslims, Ewes, and that is how we are in the region. It doesn't mean we don't have our difference. We have our difference, but we've been able to manage ourselves together, and we've come this far. And I want to advise your war party more and say tribalism it doesn't even add up, because the person who is who has been nominated by His Excellency the President to be the MC for Lejokoko, he is not a guy. He is not a guy. And rejecting, you can't say they are NPP people. So I don't even understand where is the accusation headed towards. So me a party chairman, me na me go catch a someone to against or no, and me na makofa no gan, but just say obi to elections. Na yebe koi sebi. You are free to support A, you are supposed to support B, you are free. But the regional minister has been saying something lately. Say, you sure you kasamu ye. Because obi awufo so your enemy and then ochina na wakoye wadamfo one sure year you are campaigning for me and nothing wako di obi atem ochina obehunu na minister anipa no mom akoye free wo did na atem no na woni no mom, then you become enemies. So don't go ahead and inherit somebody else's enemies for political reasons. Ochina will be fine. Last elections, Titus, we've been brothers for all these years. The fact that for a particular contest and a particular election, the person did not support you, it doesn't make him your enemy. Also, the last election, he was the chairman of the MP's caucus, and he led the charge against my candidature. And your election, you can campaign for me. Never go and insult anybody in your bid to campaign for me. It will not help you. You don't even have my support if you go insulting my opponent. You've got to insult we need.
But my question is, and for me in the Greater Accra, my interest is in Dr. Okoboy. Why did he lose that seat?
And so a year or sending by answers that question. That's quite a difficult area for the MPP. We'll check not only MPP. In fact, we'll check 2020. Nyamisi en kanokre lejukuku fu we penyi utumi kanina na ubika say lejukuku fu embeto aba ma abrante ya and one awuti ha sabi uka say your interest is in Okoboy. Everybody felt like Okoboy any ejuma oye no sabi. Yeah, sure say some constituencies be in the party Greater Accra Hano, you break Accra and Sana. It's quite a difficult region to be able to manage this region and have it peaceful as it is. I see clearly that he has his own agenda against me. So be it. I don't have any problem with that. But I think, say, also because he didn't come to see me because he had no money. I don't take money from people. In fact, I rather most of the MPs, most of the the parliamentary candidates, no, say, because baby, I make GBB, na matro, I'm one say, oh, see my see one, I make G, we are midi bro, and send the bear, midi report, no, so back money pano, I'm now say, the MBG, say, midi ko bois, nipano, makwako, yeah, and I have all those records there. In his bid to promote candidate against me, no. Also, you know, one can because me as my can me bubo nidin wo hakra. I am not very comfortable with that. But he brought this issue up. I don't know. There's some bubo meeting. Yeah, two lejukuku MC so aba. What has it got to do with me? What better studio ha? We bubo media. If you want to go on a campaign, go on that one and say, but don't bring me in this way when it has nothing. Lejukuku candidate. No. Sabi. Wokwan bi so no. Oye osemi penyin. But what politics no met me akaza o me ba. Because my say no oye juma. Etino or koswa. It goes to my credit. And why would I be against such a person? For what reason? Now we are first one. We are thinking of how to, we'll be back and repackage and represent. No, then you are coming to say that I just don't get it.
So in this year, the focus from today would be on your re-election campaign, I suppose. And you'll be going around to the delegates to campaign. Say, sign to Abani Bio amount. What do you envisage would be your biggest challenge as you seek re-election? Because MTA comments now, banner, or more MP or candidates are like, because of the seats the party lost in the region, you have to be probably punished for that. Do you see that as your biggest challenge going into the elections?
Well, we are chairman. One of the key deliverables are Obiabe expect is you'll be able to win as the seats. I set out to do that very well. But I did not work alone. I worked with my executives. I worked with the candidates themselves. I worked with the constituency executives. So it is all the way from national all the way down. Results are if you go to every constituency, what caused our defeat there, we know. So running commentary on social media delegates for constituencies no. So every constituency knows what happened there. And if you go to every constituency, I believe just like Honorable Title said, just like Okuboy said, they know the intervention I did. I don't like the eye service to do this. I do midnight meetings with them. I go to areas where there are difficulties that are part of the constituencies. I took upon myself, spending my own resources, making sure that we get it. A constituency like Lejukuku Ayan, we need here. Shimia that, but at the end of the day, guess who came to rather console me? The candidate himself. Okuboy drove to my house and said, Chairman, and yes, Germany, because he knows what I did for him. But there are some of these constituencies now, for very good reasons, I couldn't go there because you have already been tagged as being anti. Yeah. And you want to show you, one of the constituencies like Krowa will be say, but what did I do? If somebody will be able to tell me, then that will be fine. I also want to use this opportunity as we bring the conversation to a close. Now, me that utifuasi. Say omunya ye ho abotre na omutie yen also to apologize to your listeners say at a point in time say I had difficulty in responding to personal attacks Minua Hobson was throwing against me but I also find it difficult say how do I keep quiet sitting here with an opportunity to be about Bekikansem. When you are here, you also try to explain some of these things. Chui no so nyame kasa. Enti to da bia wan hwe ana wanu akofon se na no be kan twi no fine no me nye that good in it. Enti at the end of the day no na enti tifo mu fa ncheme. I think that yes ye ko yenim kakra. Enti no let's hope say at the end of the day, no, also no party, also no kokroko will be the winner. I am very, very optimistic, say, knowing what I know, there are constituencies surely will come our way. Constituency like Ablikuma Central
but the NDC is not relaxing.
Opinion part of me MPP, my make me MPP.
No, some will be really moving.
Don't worry, cry. I am yapa senior decoka or mini opinion. Wanya bragging right to you can say I should be papa, but me di me ya don't you know, and I expect my party for no say omube kasama ebe because me I'm not the type who get into niama say and lose it yes no but anyway anya badada mansua adi bibre there are several things who should see minister ayanya wo region mu ha nyamina adi papa ache ye call constituency bi onim say na mo friend no so ye how do you call dating tree in Ghana we say Jemawong.
Oh, okay. Deity. Or your bosom.
They say Enricote is a bosom. Wow. Oh, Onakasa Jina or Jana Mukai. And I have been telling him personally all along, say, I see him operating in the supernatural and no crane so because Nyama or Yeno. What normal politicians
can do.
Then so ni star ni approach ni know all the time. Or the Nisa campaign na society. He tries, he consults widely, he brings everybody on board, he struggles using his own resources to finance whatever project he's doing. Just say, mission, hey, papi, and he send ya all ye jumana only party ni ye jumano. Ama region no bibia adani different. Oh, ama ubia feels okay. We previous administration no krenya mi ya nyanasa. We are nyanasa. And he said anya nui and one me the minister nyamia and say, okay, me beko election. Or no wanya ni appointment dada. Me beko me election. Me na me we knew. Me na me we know and the nyamia sem. Na say we need ya and there no problem because I'm already working with him and I know how to work with him. Na say obi fufu na beba or no semester say eko ye obia obetina asiye. Sebi sa nkambom no beba because without that one no openye to me engagement no man ye. Do you understand? Anytime you try to decouple the government from the party nasemaba. But the way the gentleman is going says sana ye be come up to the end there masa met me ama NPP for assurance say mamusru na nyame behwe ye. I think so far it's looking good.
Chairman, my nase, we appreciate you coming into our studios today. Hopefully, when the real action starts here, your best science wedding komobio.
You bansa na mefri hakono. Ya wada by ya Thursday no. Sena madika Canada no. Me kai tiefoni party force ye Greater Accra ye conference no. Na omumbra wa untumi mbakra umpaibon fata ye nchina enkoye maye saa kakra we are building yedi koye nim my regional executives meeting here they are on the field working making sure that everything is put in order ebeboa ejuma no the operations team led by Parker any Prince ni Grace, all of them. Rahel, the treasurer, all of them. And I want to praise
original secretary,
your friend Daniel ni Udalai Paka.
Oh, Udalai Paka.
No one didn't know.
Udalai Paka. Wajidi Bruta. And you know, Sukurano. Udalai Paka, the Sukurano.
Sugura, no Sugura. They say until Obimu.
And I
know what that one day.
This is a big man. This is a
big man, just small boy. Nehuna no na ekiti so yes, oshada nye kitwasa. Anyway, entisa na machia His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Na daroma na botre wa treni yem papa ushweta ma papa we odini huji party politics front or bringing the party together omwa was say onwa ni personal resources they are training omo see bibriye MPs omo ye ministers na di bebre keke Omwa Papa, and I'm telling you the truth. He personally financed and took care of plenty of NPP boys. Sabi to me, yes, kakra. I didn't know you saw before you read. You know, say, okay, 2008, and year party still felt that no, this is the man. 2012, yes, and the boss, and year 2016, and then Yakupo Kasaye. Okay. Oh, Obaya and Suno, yet me who Juma, oh, yeah, Ghana for I am from Paibon Tanechi, na Yakupo Bonnie Humbine, okay, Juma, oh, yeah, no. Na onyenkosi niwie na yemfasi da manyame. So once again, thank you, and I invite the party to the Thursday conference. God bless us. Chairman, that's Papa Panyami Shrawe Ekosiisen Suni Asempa FM. In the background, Ohima Mercy featuring MOG Otimimu, brand new one. Mike 2 is ready with the evening's batch of announcement.